marched by. Mount Everest ain't got shit up.
Niggas in the room wanna see my cars on flatbed. Hey, listen to Session, selling that crack dead. Niggas selling suicide one bionic glue. And got Superman powers with them stress new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. Yeah. John Dillinger shit. Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. Yeah. John Dillinger shit. Niggas in the hood wanna see my cars on flatbeds. Hey, this is a recession, selling that crack dead. Niggas selling suicide one bionic glue. And got Superman powers when I'm stressed new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects. And Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga.
Sorry, it's about to have some difficulties.
Blac's Blacc experience enhanced as well too. Okay, you there? Okay, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Shabaka. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and we also are sharing this. Okay, we also are sharing the StreamYard tonight in the group Shabaka's Blacc Experience Enhanced 2. And then there's a new movie called Coons starring the majority of these niggas. Okay, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Shabaka. This is the computer's freezing up. Grand evening.
Here from Las Vegas, Nevada, where the temperature is going down. They're there in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, greetings
And
from the mile high income city, the snowy, cold mile high income city.
oh
Your host,
yeah,
your crewman. And I'll be joined with my other host, Lady Che, in about 10 minutes. And we are joined currently with our West Coast correspondent, Shabaka Sankori, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, which I am the co-executive producer and co-host of. Greetings, Shabaka, from the Mile High Income City.
yes, sir. Greetings from Sin City, Nevada, commonly referred to as Las Vegas. Okay, it's very, very unsafe to drive these streets here on the weekend, particularly at night, because the
Yes.
majority of these people are drunk
Yeah.
and mad, losing their money. And I want to start off with, if I may, Brother Che, with a very, very interesting article right here in California. Okay. The judge rules that the California assault weapons ban is unconstitutional and it violates the Second Amendment. Okay. California's 33-year-old law banning assault weapons is unconstitutional, violating the right to bear arms, a federal judge declared Thursday. Now, every member of the Black Panther Party way back then needed to be hauling into court suing the state of California. U.S. District Judge Roger Benitez pointed that the uh, uh, to the Second Amendment's right to keep and bear arms and the Supreme Court's 2022 ruling in New York State Rifle and Pistol Club Association Incorporated versus Bruin, which established that gun restriction measures must be consistent with this nation's historical tradition of firearm regulation and ruling against California assault weapons ban, like the Bowie knife, which was commonly carried by citizens and soldiers in the 1800s. Assault weapons are dangerous but useful. Get this here, ladies and gentlemen. Assault weapons are dangerous but useful, Benitez wrote in his 79-page decision. Okay. But unlike the Bowie knife, the U.S. Supreme Court has said there's a long tradition of widespread lawful gun ownership by private individuals in this country. California's assault weapon ban remains in effect pending the state's appeal. Reuters, Reuters Benitez argued that the '89 law, which prohibits the ownership of high capacity semi automatic rifles, such as the AR 15 in the piss green Golden State, creates the extreme policy that a handful of criminals can dictate the conduct and infringe on the freedom of law abiding citizens. Now, the first handful of criminals that you have in the state of California is the Los Angeles Police Department.
Yeah, the lapdog.
Always remember Eula Love, always remember Deadweiler, and always remember the Rampart scandal. Okay. And then there's a video up here, with this individual who's the current vice president. We're not going to mention her name.
About Kamala Harris?
Yeah, man. Okay, California's answer to the criminal misuse of a few is to disarm its many good citizens. Well, like I said, then all you brothers and sisters and your descendants who were in the original Black Panther Party, there's your case right there. Go sue the shit out of California, sue Gruesome Newsom. So it took them over 50 years to realize that what they're doing was unconstitutional. Wow, talk about swift justice. California Attorney General Rob Bonta filed a notice of appeal immediately after the San Diego based arguing that the decision is dangerous and misguided. Yes, you are correct. Your law enforcement agencies in California are dangerous and misguided. That is a fact. Weapons of war have no place on California streets. Okay, now, what they're saying, weapons of war have no place on California streets, and that means you need to disarm every special weapons assault team in the state of California, starting with Los Angeles. Bonta said in a statement, this has been state law in California for decades, and we will continue to fight for our authority to keep our citizens safe from my firearms that cause mass casualties. Interesting. Bonta has appealed the ruling. Benitez granted Bonta's request for a stay of the decision until the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit can hear the
You're
state's.
trying to share the article, Shabaka. You're not sharing the right thing on the
Okay.
screen that you're trying to share.
Okay. How do I share it?
You got to make sure when you go to share screen, you're on the right tab or the right window.
All right. Hold on. Stop screen, present, or present. So what should I hit? Present.
Yeah, hit present.
Okay. Hitting present.
It's
Then
going
it
to
says
say open a tab or open a window.
no. It says slides, video file, stop screen.
Um, slides.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. So go back to
Oh,
slide.
at the very bottom, share screen.
Okay. I got stop screen right here.
That's because you're still sharing the screen. So what are you sharing? You're sharing Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, the group page. So
Yeah, because we're live. Okay, because I shared the live to the group page right here.
yeah, but it's already linked to that. Shabaka.
Oh,
It automatically already shares to the group page.
okay. All right. So wait a minute now. I stopped the screen. Okay. Now what do I do now? Go to present,
Go to present and then share screen. And
share screen, share screen until share screen is easiest with two monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Yeah, this is a good computer. Some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio checkbox.
yeah, you want to check that box. And then
Follow these steps to share a video with audio. Okay, clicking that. Okay, screen sharing. Okay, now.
to our viewers, make sure y'all like and subscribe to Front Line Blacc News and the Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on the X or Twitter.
Okay, share screen. Follow these steps. Okay. Screen sharing. Now it's telling me list of screen sharing tips. If you click the blue share screen button.
Drop a comment, let us know where you're tuning in from.
Okay, share screen.
Feel free to donate to the Cash App and the PayPal scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
So we got to get started though, because we're super behind. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're like an hour behind schedule.
Okay, so what do I do now? Because what I got here for
sharing the screen, Shabak. So if you're sharing the screen, when you go to share screen, there should be another window that pops up, and it should say tabs or windows that you want to share.
Okay, because what I got right here is
Just say allow
choose. Okay, choose what to share with StreamYard.com. This site will be able to see the contents of your screen. So what I hit Microsoft Edge tab?
If that's what you're using, yes.
Okay.
Is that what you're using with the video that you're trying to share or the article that you're trying to share?
Okay. Wait a minute. Now, in the group Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, we're sharing there.
Yes, it automatically goes there, Shabaka. It's one of the 8 platforms that this is being viewed on.
Okay. So what do I need to do now?
You need to select whatever. What are you using for the? You're using the internet, using Edge, right? So the article's on Edge. So you need to select Edge so you can share that article that you're reading.
Okay. All righty. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, I see it right there. Okay. I got the article right here. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me see something here. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. I think I know what it is. Okay. Judge Rules, California. Okay. Yeah. All right. You should see me sharing it right now. Okay.
No, I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No. It would pop up as an additional screen at the bottom of the stream. You don't see it.
Oh, man. Okay, let me finish reading the article right here. Okay, Benitez.
Go ahead.
Okay, Benitez.
Because I still got to get to the show. Like, I haven't even read out the topics yet.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and read off the topic so we can get back to this.
Okay, yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for dealing with running kind of late this evening, but we have several topics to get to. So the first one is tangibles. This is the year and a decade of tangibles. We're demanding something tangible for our vote. So it's tangibles 2023 to tangibles 2024, all the way up to 2100. Then we got Biden and the Democrats are desperate for the Blacc Vote. Cornel West has left the Green Party officially and is running as an independent for president. Maine shooter who killed 18 people found dead. He had a manifesto as well, and he was not a lone wolf. Shaft actor Richard Roundtree dies at age 81. R.I.P. to him. He died of pancreatic cancer.
Right.
Brother Ozone or Othral Wallace is sentenced to 30 years in prison for defending himself against rogue cops that were trying to kill him in Daytona Beach, Florida. Then we got comedian Dave Chappelle booed off stage in Boston, Massachusetts for pro-Palestinian jokes against the Israeli illegal occupation of Palestine.
Mhm.
Minister Louis Farrakhan released this video about $4.8 billion lawsuit against the ADL. And Montgomery Riverfront Brawl Sentences for the privilege. So the crackers that was involved, they got slaps on the wrist. And then we got our unhoused neighbor news and our unhoused neighbor sweeps.
All right. Okay. All righty, sir. We got an update on Eddie Levert right here. They're stating that Mr. Levert is still alive and well, and that despite rumors of his death circulating over the internet, is a hoax. Okay, that was spread by MC Light, who later apologized. And it stated here that Mr. Levert is living with his wife Raquel and daughter Ryan. And of course,
MC,
and
unfortunately, MC Light is kind of turns out to be a mammy. So,
yeah, and
yeah,
then of course our condolences to Mr. Levert of course losing his son a few years back.
yeah,
As we all know, where him and his son made the song or the album Father and Son
yes.
and Son. Okay, all righty, going back into the studio right here.
Did you finish? Are you able to pull that article up that you were reading, or
Okay, on the Second Amendment.
yeah, the one in California?
Yes, sir. Okay, getting back to it. Okay. All righty, ladies and gentlemen. So, the U.S. District Judge Roger Benitez pointed to the Second Amendment's right to keep and bear arms, and the Supreme Court's 2022 ruling in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association Incorporated versus Bruin, which established that gun restriction measures must be consistent with the nation's historical tradition of firearms regulation and ruling against California's assault weapons ban. Like the bowie knife, which was commonly carried by citizens and soldiers in the 1800s, assault weapons are dangerous but useful. Benitez wrote in his 79-page decision, and we'll take a look at it. We're not going to read in it, but we're just going to see if they got it all here. Yeah, they do. They got it there on pleading paper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
about
yep.
this.
And he's citing some other cases, but moving right along. Okay, but unlike the Bowie knife, the U.S. Supreme Court has said there is a long tradition of widespread lawful gun ownership by private individuals in this country. Hell yeah, it is, particularly when you get into states like Montana and Idaho
Yeah,
and Nevada and Utah, all the hillbilly states.
right.
California's assault weapons ban remains in effect pending the state's appeal.
Mm,
Uh, Benitez argued that the '89 law, which prohibits the ownership of high capacity semi automatic rifles such as the AR 15 in
mm.
the Golden State, creates the extreme policy that a handful of criminals can dictate the conduct and infringe on the freedom of law abiding citizens. And by the way, there ain't no gold in California. Gold plated, gold painted, but there ain't no gold. Okay.
All the goals gone, Shabaka?
Yeah, the gold is
Also,
gone,
would
man.
you use Shabaka?
Yeah, the gold is pretty much gone there. And then in those old mining towns, from what I understand, the state has took it over. And if you do so happen to come across a chunk of gold, man, the state is gonna confiscate it from your ass. Yeah. Boy, boy,
So
boy.
ain't no gold in them hills, Shabaka.
Oh yeah. Now, California's answer to the criminal misuse of a few is to disarm its many good citizens. That knee jerk reaction is constitutionally untenable, just as it was 250 years ago, he added. California Attorney General Rob Bonta filed a notice of appeal immediately after the San Diego based judge's ruling argued that the decision is dangerous and misguided.
Mm.
Weapons of war have no place on California streets, Bonta said in a statement. This has been state law in California for decades, meaning the Mulford Act in
Yeah.
68. And we will continue to fight for our authority to keep our citizens safe from firearms that cause mass casualties. Okay, then the
That's
first
bullshit.
fucking
That's
place you
bullshit,
need.
Shabaka. You know why that's bullshit? Because they got that red flag law, and also supposed to keep guns out of people's hands that were mentally ill in a risk, a flight risk, a high risk of possessing weapons, and that ain't been stopping none of these mass shootings from happening.
Oh
And
yeah, exactly.
the mass shooting in Maine, that state has red flag laws, and that wasn't they weren't able to stop old boy Card from killing all them people and then ultimately killing himself.
Okay, well, what that bastard should have did is that he should have went on and killed himself first, then
Hmm.
go kill people.
Well,
And
he wouldn't have been able to kill nobody. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, that's my point. That is the point that I'm making. Just like this damn fool they had here in Las Vegas a few years ago.
Yeah, at the Jason Aldean concert.
Yeah,
Remember Mr. Claudette
right.
Small Town? And then we
Uh,
had the Montgomery Brawl, and you ain't heard nothing else about Jason Aldean or that stupid ass song.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Where he says, try this in my town or some
Yeah,
bullshit
Travis
like
in a
that.
small town.
Yeah, yeah. Bring it to a small town. Uh huh. Yeah. Now, Benitez granted Bonta's request for a stay of the decision until the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit could hear the state's appeal, meaning that California's assault weapons restrictions remain in effect for now. Okay, as we all know, when it comes to the U.S. Supreme Court, the U.S. Court of Appeals, or U.S. District Courts, and for all practical purposes, they choose the cases that they wish to rule on. Benitez had previously declared California's assault weapon ban unconstitutional in 2021, but the Ninth Circuit vacated that ruling and later ordered the judge to reconsider the case in light of the Supreme Court's 2022 New York case. Okay, you see how they're playing chess here, folks? See,
Yeah, this is
it's
chestnut
chess.
checkers.
It's
How much
chess,
longer
not
is this
check.
article, Kabaka?
Huh?
How much longer is this article?
Oh, okay. I'm just going to give the next two sentences on it, or the next two paragraphs, which is only three sentences apiece. The
Okay.
lawsuit Benitez ruled was filed by the San Diego County Gun Owners Political Action Committee, California Gun Rights Foundation, Second Amendment Foundation, and Firearms Policy Coalition. It is one of several that have been filed challenging California's strict gun control measures, which numerous Democrats, congressional lawmakers, and Hyde Biden seek to mimic on a federal level. Well, see, ladies and gentlemen, we all know why that law came into effect.
Yeah, because the Black Panther Party, the original Black Panther
You
Party,
damn right. Yes.
self-defense.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Who stated that they were exercising their constitutional rights to protect the black community from being murdered by the police. And this is
Mhm.
why, from time to time, ladies and gentlemen, we play Shotgun by Junior Walker, because that record was out in the year that the Black Panther Party was formed, and we dedicate that song to the memory of Dr. Huey Percy Newton,
Oh,
who
yeah.
was ensuring our safety from murderous police.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We definitely honor his sacrifice and the
Yeah,
sacrifice of so many, like Bobby Hutton.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They just straight murdered him. You know what I'm saying? They just straight murdered him.
Hampton.
Yeah, they murdered him in the bed sleeping, and to hell with William O'Neill. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Although Mr. O'Neill was extorted into doing
House
that.
Judas right
uh,
there.
yeah, because as we all know, is that it was common practice for them to go up there and tell a dude, man, hey, well, you facing 25 years unless you do this. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So this is
For
extortion.
$300, Shabaka.
Say what now?
We did that for $300.
Yeah, $300. And in 1969, if memory serves me correct, I was a little kid. Okay, for $1, you can get a 10 cents candy bar, 25-cent bag of potato chips, okay, a 25-cent soda, so you had 60 cents, and you can get you a honey bun, and I think which was 10 cents. Yeah, so $1 went a long way back then. You see, so
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
back by something, but
grand.
Shabaka ain't been backed by nothing since then.
Yeah, exactly. You see. All righty, so therefore, main mass shooting update. All righty, main mass shooting
Yeah, we're
updates.
gonna get to that, Shabaka. So, uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I got to get us started. So, yeah, this is our first topic of the night. Thank you for that sharing that, Shabaka. What's happening in California in regards to Second Amendment rights? We
yes.
definitely need to be abreast of that, and we need to exercise our Second Amendment and keep our heads on a swivel and exercise our power tools. So,
Oh, oh, absolutely.
tangibles. And we are not letting up, Black family. I am so proud of us. We are staying
Yeah,
steadfast on them tangibles. So
yes,
anyone
sir.
watching now seeking our vote demands something tangible for your vote. The
Yes,
days are over of us just voting just to be voting because the white-owned media told us to go out and vote, or we got fear-mongered into voting, or we got told you got to maintain a democracy, even though this is not a democracy. This is
no, man, man,
a republic. This is
man, this cartoon Gestapo shit that you got going on here, man. You know what
yeah, this
I'm
is
saying?
Nazi Germany in modern time. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. And the reason why I call it a cartoon Gestapo is because you fools is out here trying to push laws saying that a grown fucking man can go out here and call
and the
himself a
best
woman.
fans. So you got to come up with $2,000 now.
Hmm.
You got to come off with 2,000. You can donate it to the the Cash App and the PayPal that's going at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely.
When you can't
Absolutely.
prove that you can menstruate and ovulate,
Yes, sir.
you
Yes.
got to send us $2,000.
Yes, sir. You see what I'm saying? And it's got to be certified by a doctor, an MD. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, folks, here it is, right here. Yeah, see, there it is, right
Blue
there.
note. There's the blue note.
Yeah, yeah, right there.
The
See,
C note.
yeah, yeah, there it is right here. You see what I'm saying? And it cannot be your sister's menstruational records. It can't be your mom's menstruational records. It can't be your boyfriend's sister menstruational records. It can't be your boyfriend's mom's menstruational records. Okay, it has to be your menstruational record. And guess what? And your confused ass can get this $100 bill right here if you could prove that. And then when you busters can't, then you give us $1,000 to this $2,000 to this platform. Yeah, Lady J up the ante. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. You see, so therefore, for you confused individuals out here, you have our deepest sympathy, is because we are of the opinion that
Well,
you
prior to
still,
1968, it was called gender dysphoria.
yes, sir, and you individuals are probably went through some trauma yourselves as a child,
Yep.
from some damn pervert that got you confused. So
People
therefore,
said that they were abused as children, and
yeah, all that. So therefore, alphabetized agenda, we're mocking you. We're not against you. If anything, we're praying that you get some help. And those who violated you, may that bastard goes into a cell, man, and rots.
right.
So we're not against you, see, but we're just doing this right here to make a point, see. And we'll be more than happy to start receiving your payments here that Brother Paris has below on PayPal. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there it is. Y'all see the money right there. You see what I'm saying? So we got it for you. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just prove your last menstruational cycle. You see what I'm saying?
They
Now,
can't do that, Shabaka. So
we
yeah,
know that.
the year
They
and a
know they know
decade. So we're gonna continue to demand something tangible for our vote. Yeah,
that.
Democrats, you're running scared. Y'all know what you're gonna do. All the all the Democrat shills here in Colorado is trying to flee for help from us, try to get help from us to get black people back on the Democratic plantation. Them days are over.
Yes, sir. And then also too, Brother Che, on the tangibles, we
Black vote.
need land. We need to be compensated for our intellectual property, okay? And also too, we need to be compensated for these assholes stealing our ideas.
And
And
we need, and that payment needs to start at $100 trillion.
yep, okay. And also too, we've just heard from one of our friends here, and let me see if we can get her in uh, right here. Okay, now what I got to do? I got to go to Facebook. Okay,
You got to send her the link, Shabaka, where it says invite.
yeah.
You got to
Okay,
hit that link and copy and paste it and send it to her. But
oh,
I'm about to share my screen, Shabaka. So
okay. And what she's saying is, I might be too late now. Okay, but I'm going to send her the link. Okay, put in here, click this link and join us. Okay, join us. Okay, and then I got to copy and paste the link from you, and then also too, and by all means, I'm very, very interested, Brother Che, of what you are saying into about Minister Farrakhan.
oh yeah, well we got a lot of topics to get to, Shabaka. But yeah,
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
wait to
Yes,
get to
sir.
that. But first things first, the tangibles. So this is a
Right.
year and a decade of tangibles. Continue to demand something tangible for your vote. The days are over of just voting just to be voting. So back in 2020, our good FBA brother Tariq Nasheed came up with the hashtag tangibles 2020. And in it, he was detailing everything that we, meaning foundational Black Americans, descendants of American chattel slavery, freedmen, we're going
Hmm.
to do from the political system, two-party system. In 2020. So nothing's changed except the year. Everything else remains the same. So I'm going to change 2020 to 2024, but
Right.
everything else remains the same.
Yes,
So
sir.
the 2024 presidential elections are coming up. The
Right.
foundation of Black Americans are going to reject the 50-year-old malign neglect policy that has been implemented by the political system. This malign neglect policy mandates that Black Americans should be ignored and only mentioned in vague and non-specific terms. Lumping foundational Black Americans into groups of minorities, immigrants, people of color, etc., BIPOC, whatever, has
Mhm.
only hindered the progress of Black Americans as a group while providing tangible benefits for other groups. In this election cycle, Black Americans are going to insist that our needs are specifically met by politicians who are seeking our vote. Foundational Black Americans want tangible benefits, specifically for us. We do not want trickle down secondary benefits that are provided for every group. Every group has not been systematically marginalized and disenfranchised in every area of society as foundational
Right.
Black Americans. So
Fact.
we refuse to be lumped in with groups that often assist in the exploitation and disenfranchisement of Black Americans. So
Right.
politics offer tangibles, specifically the foundation of Black Americans, or we simply will not vote for them. Be sure to spread this message far and wide on social media using the hashtag Tangibles2020. And since
Yes,
it's
sir.
2023, it's Tangibles 2023. And next year, when the next presidential election is, it will be Tangibles 2024. All the way up to 2100, Black family. Continue to demand something tangible for your vote. The Democrats don't know what to do. They have never seen this much consistency in the last 60 years. The last time they seen consistency like this was the Montgomery bus boycott. So keep
And you remember the words of old frog say, segregation yesterday, segregation today, and segregation tomorrow.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I always remember Frog Face. Now,
Mhm.
if I may add to Brother Che, I'm reading here up on on the Wikipedia. Okay, and I'm only going to read one paragraph because I know we're on a time schedule. In the context of racism in the United States, racism against African peoples, okay, dates back to, repeat, the colonial era, and it continues to be persistent issue in American society in the 21st century. Key word right there, ladies and gentlemen. It dates back to the colonial era. From the arrival of the first Africans in early colonial times until after the American Civil War, Africans in America were enslaved. Even free Africans in America have faced restrictions. Now, keep this in mind. Now, this is for all you brain dead motherfuckers out there that's saying that you had free niggas. Okay. Even freed niggas have faced restrictions on their political, social, and economic
Mhm.
freedoms, being subjugated to lynchings,
Mhm.
segregation, black
Yep.
codes, Jim
Yep.
Crow laws, and other forms of discrimination both and after the Civil War.
Mhm.
Thanks to the civil rights movement, formal racial discrimination was
Black
gradually
empowerment era.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, the Black Empowerment era. Okay, so formal racial discrimination was gradually outlawed by the feds and gradually came to be perceived as socially and morally unacceptable by large elements of American society. Stop. Flag. That's a contradiction. That is the biggest fucking lie that's ever told right there. Okay. See, this is the problem with these damn Yasa bosses. They don't want to face this fact. Despite this,
This is Wikipedia, Shabaka. Anybody could write this, and more than likely, it was a white supremacist that wrote this. So,
oh yeah, you got a point on that. Yeah. Definitely keep that in mind. That's the warning label on this. Despite this, racism against black people in America remains widespread in the U.S. and it continues to be reflected in social, economic inequality. Okay.
it continues to
Uh,
be reflected in economic,
yes,
education,
sir. Yes, sir.
entertainment.
Housing, healthcare.
Hold on, Shabaka, entertainment,
Yes,
labor, law, politics,
yes,
sex,
sir.
war, and religion, and some say health or
Yes, sir.
nutrition.
Yes, sir. Okay, and then I do want to comment on this here when it talks about the antebellum period. Okay, slavery as a form of forced labor has existed in many cultures dating back to human civilizations. Slavery is
The
not
form of
inherently
slavery,
racial
not
per
the
se.
dehumanization of whole human beings. No, 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 no. That has not existed since the beginning of civilization.
Yes, and thank you, brother Che. And this is the reason, why we are bringing this fact up right here. So when we hear ass scratchers like Pianki, you know what I'm saying, confused individuals like Joe Gibson or what have you, we just want to bring that there, to
Well,
their
Gibson's
attention.
a weaker baby. He don't know no better.
Yeah, exactly. News
He didn't
about
even know
why.
about the woman's. He's running for office in North Carolina and didn't even know about the Wilmington massacre.
Yeah, or the Wilmington 10, or the case of Joanne Little. You see what I'm saying?
Any of that, but yeah, he's running for political office in North Carolina.
Yeah, yeah. Now here's an article out of the Los Angeles Times. Okay, that's dated January 31st, 2020. A
Mm.
nearly all-white town in Iowa asks itself, "Why do we hate?" Okay,
Oh yeah, and if y'all
so,
live in North Carolina, you know anybody live in North Carolina, tell them do not vote for Joe Gibson. Joseph Gibson,
right.
he's
Yeah,
a suspected white supremacist. He is a white supremacist, and he has a blog talk radio show called The Republic. Yeah,
right.
do not vote for him if you live in rural North Carolina. Do not vote for him. He's running for a state senate or House of
Right.
Representatives.
Yeah. He's running. Yeah, he's running for what do they call that? An assembly seat or a congressional seat. But there's a term that they got for it, an all-inclusive term for those that serve off in the legislatures. Yeah. He's running for the state legislature
Thank you
as
for
opposed to
staying
the
with us.
Yeah, as opposed to the state senate. Okay. Now I'm trying to pull this information up out the LA Times, and here they come with one of their
The
extortion
ethics
ads.
lines, come on, Shabaka. We
Say it
gotta
again.
we gotta keep it moving. So
Oh,
getting
yes,
back
sir.
to the tangibles,
Yes,
what
sir.
what are your thoughts on the tangibles, Shabaka?
Okay, the thoughts on the tangibles that we are talking about tangibles in every election all the way up to 2100, both in the midterms and in the national elections. You see, yeah, we are not letting up off on that for shit. Okay, and that's for real. Okay, Deacon of Reality is saying, hey, more power to you there, Brother Che. Hey, appreciate you, Deacon. Okay, peace, y'all. Yes, sir, most definitely. And also, too, Deacon of Reality, take down the number 516 Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, which is a division of Frontline Black News. Okay, and we come on every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. in the Pacific, 9 p.m. in the East. And definitely check out Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chays every Friday morning at 8 a.m. in the Pacific and 11 a.m. In the East. Okay, it gets uncensored now. Sometimes we get off the hook, you know.
Well,
So,
we are
so
simultaneously broadcasting on the Arena Uncensored, MB20, Politics for Blacks, the Arena Uncensored Facebook and YouTube page, and Frontline Black News Facebook and
yes, sir.
YouTube page,
And
Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced Facebook page.
yes, sir. Yeah, and definitely thank you, sir. Yeah, and then check out our Facebook groups. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Also, to check out our groups to Pan African
Thank you,
Economics and
Deacon.
Politics as well. Okay,
We
thank you,
really
Deacon.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
love the show. And please, Deacon, if you can, share the link, man, and as best as you can, is because what it is that me and Brother Che, we coming out of our pocket for these platforms,
Mhm.
and we need to get some donations going on, you know. And then on top of it too, we don't mind, you know, other platforms, you know, sharing in our groups and what have you. We encourage it, but you always talking about you want some type of donation or revenue. Okay, you can hit us. Okay, we will reciprocate. Hit us is because you know we sinking like the damn Titanic, and these platforms have been going on. I guess altogether. Okay, he said he sure will. Thank you, sir. And then keep in mind, folks, you know, Frontline Black News is in its third season. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhances in the seventh season. So for a combined of 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, we've been coming out of our pockets on it. You know what I'm saying? And then keep in mind is that
Yeah, almost 15 years, Shabaka. When
huh?
you combine, it's been almost 15 years when you combine Black Thoughts and Theory,
Right,
Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced,
right,
High News, and
right.
Frontline Black News, and the Revolution.
Yes, sir. And the revolutionary agenda. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, most definitely. You see what I mean? And so what it is, you know, hey, we love, you know, our supporters and our well wishers, also to our haters. We really do appreciate and thank you for your hatred. Is because what we do with your negative ass energy is that we change the polarity on it and we
Mhm.
turn it into something positive, and that polarity is starting to shift in a positive direction. So
Oh
thank
yeah, we
you,
control the
haters.
narrative, Shabaka. New Blood Media controls the narrative now. They ain't never.
Oh, okay. 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 Looks like we got somebody, you know, trying to get in right here. Oh, okay. Okay, I think it's Lady Che that might be trying to get in, just because I see your screen went small, and then okay, yeah, you got the screens up right there. No, okay, yeah, there you go. There
And
you
also move us to the next topic, but finish up your thoughts on tangibles.
No, oh, most definitely, okay. And then you got to have the tangibles, most definitely. And the reason being is because all these other groups got fucking tangibles. We don't, okay.
Mhm.
Just like this is why I appreciate Minister Farrakhan bringing a lawsuit, you know, against that. What is that?
Oh
The
yeah, we're gonna get
NL?
to that too, Shabaka. Just hang
Yes,
tight.
sir.
We're gonna get to all of that. We just gotta uh, pick up the pace so
Oh,
we don't.
yes, sir. Okay, moving on to the next subject. Yeah.
So the next topic, I don't know where Lady Che is, but we want to hear her thoughts on the tangibles. Yeah, Shabaka had a whole nother article he read before we even started. Okay, so the next topic. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
while we're waiting on Lady Che, the next topic is the
On tonight's
Democrats.
podcast, ladies and gentlemen, we have an article we're going to.
The Democrats are desperate. They're so
Oh yeah.
desperate, Shabaka. It's really sad how desperate they are. So
Oh yeah. And a
here's
lot of us is leaving the Democrats.
yeah, big time. It's a mass exodus from the Democratic Party, and they don't know what to do. So the
Exactly.
Democrats are sending their octaves or wanting their octaves
Mm-hmm.
operatives about the steady loss of Black voter support.
Oh well,
So
that's a wonderful thing.
man, I don't know what they're gonna do. They thought they could shame, blame, and explain to us why we need to vote. Shout out to Black Light Revelations. If y'all would like to subscribe to him, you are definitely slacking. Um, Shout out to Rob. He's out of what is that? Akron, Ohio. Shout out to him. And free our political prisoner Silo as
Oh,
well.
definitely.
But getting back to the Democrats, they're very desperate. Jeff Bart, as you know, Shabaka, he's been trying to shame, blame, and explain to us why we need to vote and the importance of voting. And I'm in his chat just about every day, like, no, we need to be getting something tangible for a vote. You're not going to be able to shame us with your ancestors died for you to have the right to vote. Them days are over. If we're
Yeah.
gonna vote, we're gonna get something tangible out of it. Everybody else that votes, they get something tangible. We're the only people that do not get nothing tangible for a vote, especially from the Democrats. We get
Yes,
nothing
sir.
symbolism
Amen.
and symbolic gestures. So Uncle Phil is gonna break it down to us how desperate the Democrats are in 2023 going into 2024.
All right.
So shout out to Phil Scott. This is from his podcast, Philip Scott Podcast.
Kind of look at a little bit from Politico. And as you can see, the Democrats are
keep
in a
getting
world
no warning
of
signs
trouble.
about Black voters.
Now, they're saying that the Democrats are about to find out how worried they need to be about Black voter support. Now, don't be surprised if your president, Joe Biden, come out once again to tell y'all
We
this.
have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or
Oh,
Trump,
man.
and you ain't black.
We're Black.
Now, I don't
and
know
we
if
didn't
that's
vote
going to
for
work
you.
again for a lot of y'all. Some of y'all have woke up to that. Some of you say, you know what? If that's what it means to be Black, I'm not it. Now, they continue to say, after a lot of hand-wringing in recent years, elections next month in Mississippi and Virginia, two southern states with large Black populations, will offer one final robust read going into 2024 on the extent of the slippage among Democrats' most reliable bloc voters. Black people are not going to show up there either because Black people are not getting anything.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Biden just recently came out and said he needed $100 billion for Ukraine and what's going on in Israel.
Wow.
Yeah.
All that money that Biden has been spending
Yeah, we
on
covered that on
Ukraine
the
more
last
than
Front Line
anything.
Black News.
He's been giving money all over the place. He's been giving money.
Mhm.
Situation with the migrants. Everybody getting a bag.
Everybody getting a check.
But when Black
You get a
Americans talk
tangible,
about
you get a
reparations,
tangible.
oh, well, we know we need a study.
Study
Oh, we
for
need a
what?
commission. Oh, we need to
Keep
see
that
about it.
goddamn
But
study.
there was no commission when Biden got on TV recently and asked for $100 billion.
Right.
No commission,
None.
no study. When they gave all that money out during the time of COVID,
Yep.
no commission, no study. No matter what it is, they need no commission or study when it's time to start cutting checks. But when it
Mhm.
comes to Black folk, they need a commission and study. And remember, this is a Democrat president that's in office, okay? We're not talking about a Republican.
Mm-mm.
Because a lot of y'all voted Democrat last time
Mhm.
at the tune of 91% in the
Anybody
Black
but
community.
Trump. We just
And the
gotta
one thing
get
that we're
Trump
asking
out.
for, they can do. How is it
Mhm.
that paying reparations is breaking the country,
Yeah,
but all this situation with the migrants not breaking the country?
don't make no sense.
And these reparations, you pay reparations, okay,
That's a
you're
stimulus
done.
check. That's a
The
stimulus
migrants
package.
is never ending. They
Right.
keep coming. You reward some, they tell their people back home, hey, I got temporary protected status. I can be here now. Really? You got that? Oh, shoot. Let me get my family and let's go. Hey, in Chicago, man, they paid for us to have a place to stay. They gave us furniture, gave us 6 months rent. Really? Shoot, man, let me come on up there with y'all then. Then let me go. Look, when you get to Texas, just tell them that you want to come to Chicago. You can stay with me. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm coming. It's going to be never ending. The more and more they give them protected status, anything they get, it's only going to incentivize the next group of people to come. But once again, this is a policy with the Democrat Party. And you're wondering why black people are not showing up for you? Right. It's not that hard to figure out. The fact is, you know why they're not doing it, but you're going to double down and triple down because you don't want to bend the knee and do anything for black people. Because the problem is, for half a century, it's our fault. It's our fault. We have to accept our responsibility as a community why the Democrats are the way they are. For half a century, our people showed up to vote and didn't get nothing. They didn't expect nothing. They didn't pressure it, nothing at all. Nothing. They were voting, living off of the past, which is a civil rights bill. And the killing part about the civil rights bill, all these other groups benefit more of the civil rights bill than we do. These other groups get to walk on our backs constantly and get everything from the Democrats. And while we get nothing, but they can spend millions of dollars in ads on black people to get you to come out and vote. You want to analyze why black men aren't voting, what black women are doing. Everybody's so worried about black people, but they never talk about the white vote, the Hispanic vote, the Asian vote, the Arab vote, the East Indian vote. They don't even talk about that. Like, these people are not even in this country. Like, they're not registered to vote either. Like why is it that you just focus so much on black people and not everybody? But when we ask for something that's black people with Democrats, what's the first thing you say? Well, we have to do for everybody. But when it's time to vote, you only say black.
Right.
See, if you would prioritize black people like you do when it comes to just talking about voting, you wouldn't have this problem. See, if the Democrats would have done reparations, they wouldn't have this problem. The Democrats would win the House, they'll win the Senate, they'll win the mayorships all over the country, they'll win the state house, they'll win anywhere where you have a large black population. The Democrats will literally run everything. So the Democrats are losing because they want to. Democrats are losing because, remember, they benefit off of racism and white supremacy too. See, when y'all talk about Republicans, oh, they racist, white supremacy, they both are. Both parties. At least the Republicans are more upfront about it. For the most part. Or you got some moderate ones that's kind of decent. Okay. Yeah, definitely. But I'd rather somebody tell me up front how you feel about me than smile in my face and feel exactly the other side.
Yes, Shabaka's wearing a mask.
I'm not saying all people on the side feel that way. I'm not saying that. But they're worse. I'd rather somebody treat me how you feel, period. Okay? That way I make the choice if I want to deal with you or not. So stop talking about you away, why, you know. Well,
don't nobody want to see
this. Do nothing for black people.
But you see this one right here, though, huh?
President Joe Biden's approval rating with black voters has dropped disproportionately compared with white voters. For you, white voters can't stand him either. So I don't know where that come from. White voters are not pleased with Biden at all. Hispanics are not pleased with Biden at all. As a poll show driving down his overall numbers, and last week, it's a election of a Republican governor in Louisiana, the first in 8 years, suggested diminished voter enthusiasm in the areas with the largest black population. Once again, why would I be enthusiastic to come out and vote Democrat when I'm watching the Democrat president give everybody a bag? Who didn't even come out and vote? Ukrainians didn't come out and vote.
No, they didn't.
Migrants didn't come out and vote.
No, they sure didn't.
And yet, definitely those two groups right there, I can say more so the Israel thing is just recent. But those two groups have been getting so much out of the Democrat Party. Oh, we got to make room for them. We got to take resources from black people and away from everybody, but definitely black people.
I'm gonna go back to this.
We got to take a resource. We got to take away your field house. We got to take away your schools. We got to take away your community centers and put up the migrants. And yet the migrants didn't vote.
Yeah, that part.
So black people are saying, what's the point of coming out and vote for you? I'm not getting nothing out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting a thing.
Nothing.
I'm just wasting my time. I'm wasting my vote. Like, so no. How come if you gonna give me something, but you're not giving me nothing? No. The least you could have done, if you wasn't doing reparations, the least you could have done is rein in the police. But no, Biden and Democrats don't want to do that. The least you could have done,
and that would have went a long way.
Qualified immunity. No, y'all didn't want to do that. It's just that simple.
Mm-hmm.
When Biden first got in, they could have got that done.
Yep.
And he said, well, they didn't have 60 votes in the Senate. Didn't need it. The filibuster is a rule.
Right.
They got rid of those rules at certain times. When it came to that COVID-19 bill, better known as the Asian crime bill, they got rid of the filibuster for that.
Mm-hmm.
So they can get rid of it if they want to. Okay? And once again, the filibuster is not a constitutional law. It's just a Senate rule.
Yep.
If
Exactly.
they do something for black people, they could have done that.
Yep.
Even during Obama.
Black ass politicians didn't filibuster for reparations at the federal level. Damn good question.
Matter of fact, during Obama, which is worse, he had a filibuster-proof Senate.
Yep, his first term.
60 people in the Senate that were Democrat, which we gave them, right? Obama should have done everything in the possible he could have done for black people.
Mm-hmm.
Obama, as I said before, could have been the greatest president in the history of America. He could have been that guy. He chose not to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why his legacy is important, because he chose not to do what is right by black people.
Yeah.
Right.
He chose not to.
He chose not to.
And the one thing I can't stand that he done in the housing market, prior to Obama getting in office, it was so easy to buy a house.
Yeah, it was.
It was so easy. You didn't need a whole lot down or anything to get into a house. Obama get in there, those new rules, and now they want 3.5% down on FHA loans and all that sort of thing, credit restrictions, because what the banks did, not the people, the American people didn't do it, the banks did this mess. They created the housing crisis and all the crap that happened with the meltdown, right? You punish the people and it's not punishing the banks?
Yeah.
Let's continue. So they said, and just this week, a prominent Democratic data firm published a report outlining declining support for Democrats in last year's midterm elections among younger black voters, black men, and black voters without college degrees. They say there is no one simple answer for why Democrats are losing black support at the margins. Some conservative black voters are aligning with the GOP.
No, there is one simple answer. You're not doing nothing tangible for us. And many of us are trying to the new black media. So we control it now, not you.
Exactly. And then on top of it is Philip Scott said right there. You know, they take us there, for granted. You know what I'm saying? They go to all the groups, do something for them.
Or ideologically homogenous. Once again, why you keep putting out the lies? It's a lie that you don't know. You know what it is. It is one simple answer. You do nothing for black people. So why should they vote for you? It's just that simple. If you would take the same to Ukraine, the migrants, and put that same amount of money and investment into the black community, no problem. You wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
If you would get off of this stuff you pushing on people, pushing on people's children. You know, we talking about the things they're pushing, right? If you stop doing that mess and let parents be parents and stop pushing this mess down children's throats, maybe that's why people looking more at the GOP and say, you know what? Yeah, they're not really pushing that mess down my children's throats. They're not doing that. I've seen a video today of a dad. And he went inside of a classroom.
He went inside of a
classroom, and they had his son address. And that dad, he went, he said, I don't want to ever come to this classroom again. and ever see my son in the dress. And she said, I'm sorry, sir, it won't happen again. Well, what if that child did not have a father?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he was raised by a single mom.
Yeah.
In that situation. Because sometimes they don't respect women like they respect the man. That dude was off. And he wasn't black, he was a Hispanic dude. No, I was with him 2,000%. And what? So this is why some people going more with the Republicans, because Republicans are not with that.
With that child,
you know what I'm saying?
So the mama was black. That was a black
so
child.
They said
It was the only black
inflation
child
and other economic struggles is in recent years, is which has driven much of the widespread dissatisfaction with Biden. They have hit. Now they say here communities of color harder, but I just say black people for sure. Well, when Biden's Federal Reserve chair raising the interest rate 8%, he's talking about, oh, we're raising it high so we can slow down spending. Then what happens, even in the housing market, people can't afford to even buy a house. And 8% is going to be ridiculous. When people at one point in time get home loans 1%, 2%, some of them 0%, which was good. That's actually good and fair, right? Rents are through the roof. Biden isn't doing anything to curb the rent. He's not saying, hey, we need to pass laws that we can curb these rents. It's not affordable for the American people. No. He don't say nothing about it. He don't care. He wants $100 billion for Ukraine and Israel. That's what he wants. He's not talking about $100 billion for you. He's not talking about passing laws to curb rent, to rein.
Okay, so the brother, he went
here. The whole subdivision is rent houses. I've never seen that before. There's one company putting up, it looked like about 60, 70 houses, and all of them going to be rent houses. They build them up from the ground. All rent houses. I say, you have a whole community that's built on rent? Like, bruh, that's not cool that a company can come build up a bunch of houses and people can't own. You know what I'm saying? That's what the government should be stepping in at that point. And Democrats supposedly would be the party of regulations, right? Why aren't they regulating that? Oh, I'm sorry, because Biden and them getting kickbacks. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Now they say it was that Biden can't safely assume he'll be able to reassemble the coalition that he rode to victory 3 years ago. They said black support for Democrats have been slipping slightly for the better part of a decade since Barack Obama, because, as I said earlier, we supported Barack Obama. We expected a lot out of him, and he disappointed us. And not only did he disappoint us by not doing nothing for us, he kept wagging his finger at us, telling us what we doing, what we wrong at, scolding black men publicly about this and that and the third. It's okay to tell a brother when he's wrong, but to talk down on, especially in his position, to talk down on black men. Listen, if you're gonna talk down on people, talk down on everybody, because you can find something negative that anybody's doing if you're gonna do that. But only black men he want to talk down to. It's not like he was in a meeting with just the black community, and he was talking to the black community about certain things, and it was just kind of like a closed door meeting with the brothers. Okay, say some things if that's what you want to do. But no, he would do this publicly, constantly talking about
what is that?
Sagging their pants. I've seen dudes of all communities sagging their pants. You got a problem with sagging pants? Say any man doing that. Wrong, nobody want to hire a guy like that. You just use it in general because all people are doing it now, right? So Biden cannot reassemble a coalition because black people are tired. Mm-hmm. Black people are tired. Black people, the food prices are so high, can't afford that. Rent is so high. People on the street, as we talked about last night, we have young people that's on the streets who can't afford anything.
Right.
All over the cities in America. And what are the Democrats doing about that? Nothing. Exactly. But they got money for all.
Yep.
Well,
now, there are also signs that the Republicans may have continued since 2020 to pull some black voters away from Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
They say this is bad news for Biden. Well, how are they doing it? Are they doing something grand? No.
No.
They're just kind of saying, look, this migrant crisis that y'all have, which is a Biden crisis, which he manufactured, we're going to shut that down. We're going to stop all that. When you see your resources being taken away from you, like in Chicago,
Right.
what would people say? You know what? Republicans don't sound so bad at this point because, because the Democrats, I go vote and all they're going to do is take my resources away from people that didn't even vote for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they just screw the black community. So, hey, I might want to holler at the Republicans. At least they're not going, Republicans not advocating to take my field house. They're not advocating to take, put people up in schools that we can't go in. They're not advocating for that.
The
Republicans sound real good right now. You know what I'm saying? They're saying, hey, we're gonna tell them they gotta head on down the road. A lot of people saying, yeah, that sounded kind of good at this point. Cause we got issues right here in our cities in America that's not even solved. We can't take on, the world. And also at the same time, with the black community saying Biden in the sanctions on Venezuela, so those people can actually live in their country and thrive. Y'all put sanctions on people, and then we as American citizens got to suffer. See, American foreign policy has caused many of us to suffer. Because what they do in other countries, we don't pay attention to it and we don't feel it. But really, all the Venezuelans are coming up here is really the result of U.S. foreign policy. With sanctions, more and more countries are trying to get away from the Western system. They're trying to do everything they can to not have the West do anything to their economies or whatever. And these other countries are figuring it out. Of course, China, Russia, they all getting together with other countries and say, hey, we're gonna do this thing so they can't sanction us no more. Because see, we'll stick that broke the camel's back is when they did it to Russia. When they did it to Russia, and they're like, okay, all right, enough's enough. Enough's enough. We got to figure this thing out. China, we're going to figure this thing out. African country, hey, Zimbabwe, they've been doing the same thing to you.
Take that picture right there and use it for a doormat, man.
Don't like that situation. They all starting to get together.
Pony.
Talking about different currencies and all kinds of things. We're talking about
We got ponies. We got pirates.
All of that.
No, man, no, we ain't them kind of guys.
That's out to get the booty.
No, we're not that kind of guys. You got that confused with that team across from Oakland and San Francisco.
If I was earlier, because found Biden now. Rematch among black voters by roughly 3-1 margin, 74% to 26%. And so that may seem high, but it's down sharp.
I got on right here, man.
Worse than Arrowhead bullshit.
Democratic data firm.
But we got the Pony Express right here. See, that's sad.
Let's say that exactly happened. Biden got 74%.
We ain't no goddamn ponies. We're the best horses on the planet.
Trump comes first.
Look at this.
Close to 90%.
You see what it is. See, this is the only reason why we got this hat, right?
Well, any Republican. It don't have to be Trump. Any Republican. You get 20+% of the black vote.
Not that.
Democrats win an election.
Wow, 84.
They cannot win elections without black people. When did black vote 30% for Republicans?
That's the only.
That was a long time ago.
I say the firm released a study to say that people voted in an election.
Yes, 40 years ago.
So reports analyzing voter subgroup. They're saying this dive into black voters shows support for Democrats failed in last year's midterm. A new analysis found that 88% of black voters in 2022 elections voted for the Democratic candidate in their own congressional district, down from 91% 2 years earlier. The steepest drops for Democrats were among black voters in the millennial and Gen Z generations, from 91% in 2020 to 84% in 2022. Black men, 87% to 83. Black voters in rural areas, 84% to 80. And black voters without a college degree, 91% to 87%. Regardless, the Democrats are losing the black vote.
Good.
And millennials and Gen Z, for sure, they're a big steep off. I will say this, and we have talked about this. The 18 to 50, that's their biggest problem.
Yeah.
They are depending on the 50 and up, definitely the 65 and up to show up for them. But as we talked about before, with the Blacc Vote, especially that those elders, 70, 80 years old, you know, every 2 years you have an election, you losing voters. Just life's happening. People are passing away. And they're not being replaced with younger people. So every 2 years, the Democrats going to be in trouble. 2024, you're going to have problems. 2026 midterms is going to be a problem. 2028 is going to be even a problem. And by 2030, the Democrats probably won't be able to win an election unless they do reparations. So we have a time to watch with the Democrats. The Democrats are literally slow bleeding with their black vote. And we're here for it because we're going to point it out.
You just insist on that disgusting hat.
And I'm gonna say this again. I do believe in voting. I believe in black people need three things. They need a driver's license so you can go to and from, or some sort of government ID. You need a U.S. passport. That's also an ID. But U.S. passport, you can get the card with it if you would like to. That's an ID as well. So you can leave the country if you need to, go on vacation, do whatever you need to do. Don't be in a position when you can't move around, right? And I agree that black people need to register to vote, and all of us be registered to vote, right? And they know we registered, and we can either show up to or we can say, I'm good. But at least they know that we are registered and we just didn't show up, like in Louisiana. Black folks
one problem: jury duty with voter registration.
70% of black people who
you can get out of jury duty
in Louisiana election. That scares them because they know it. We're not showing up, and they can send Latasha Brown and Black Voters Matter out there all day long. You can send Boulay Martin.
You can send Jeff
out there all day long, right?
Jeff Fart. I
saw Great Black Shark post, retweeted or something like that. Boulay Martin is up here talking about that you gonna have to cut some shows.
Boulay Martin blocked me.
It's taking me $9,000.
Who blocked you?
And he's not making the money. I'm like,
why that's no great loss, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I said that video is quite interesting to me because
that is a great loss.
Please donate. I need y'all to donate. I gotta keep this flow.
Now
I need y'all donate.
They're not doing their job, so they sort of. I noticed cutting that money. And Boulay, they're gonna be cutting more from you. So I know it's not gonna be long, Boulay, for you be cussing us all out. I get it. And you cuss us out, I'ma laugh. I think it's funny. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Our intention is not to cut your funding. I'm not looking to cut nobody's funding. But if your funding comes from selling out the black community, well, it's just an unintended consequence of you losing funding from the Democrats. Because to be honest with you, Boulay, much as you are with the Democrats, bruh, you was over there with Kamala and them and her party, and bruh, you be everywhere with these people. And these people not cutting you a check. They're not making sure you tape it up so you can keep doing your Boulay media. I mean, come on. I mean, it lets you know, Boulay, how much they respect you. But see, Boulay, you should have known they didn't respect you when Nancy Pelosi refused to go on your show and do an interview. See, they don't get Kamala to talk with you. But when the white Democrats won't talk to you, the prominent white Democrats, they don't respect you. And if they do sit down with you and talk to you, they respect you. They should let you know your position right there, Boulay. They didn't respect you. Nancy Pelosi knew who you was. She'll go to CNN, MSNBC, whatever. But she didn't want to talk to you. No matter how much you tap dance, cuss out black people, whatever. Okay?
Well, you know, that's what we say, you know. Ask
y'all need to
ask the boss and, you know, be a homie kind of niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I say the danger for Democrats is among the black voters. It says also about turnout. It said last week's election said for governor in Louisiana was the latest warning. What is the reason black people want to turn out?
Covered that on the previous front line.
What are you giving black people? You're giving all their reparations money to people who didn't even vote.
And
literally all the weapons they're sending Ukraine, all the money spent on all the migrants. All the extra funding Biden's asking now for Israel, all that money is thrown in the trash. Black people never see it, and that's black people's tax dollars. Okay, black people pay taxes. We all pay taxes. I just had to pay my taxes, right? You know, I had to send money to the IRS, pay my taxes. And my people are not gonna see those tax dollars, but everybody else is gonna see it. So what's the point? Like, what's the point of coming and showing up for you when you don't show up for us? See, we told y'all this. If you benign and neglect us with tangible resources, we're gonna benign and neglect you. I don't care if you get Sister Natalie to write an article. It don't matter.
Right.
Y'all not doing it for black people, so black people not gonna do it for you. It's just that simple. We told y'all it's quid pro quo. We told you that. You do something for us, you do something for you. It's just that simple. And the interesting part is, as we talked about it before, the COVID-19 bill, or AKA the Asian hate crime bill, that you said Asian all day in that bill. Then you want the boo lady to come out and lie like y'all didn't say that. They can steer this post all over the internet. You don't even press the Asian community to come out and vote for you. You don't press them. You say nothing to them. They're not expected to show up for you when you've done something for them. See, y'all want to invest all y'all time and money into these other groups, and nobody shows up for you to vote. That's the dumbest thing ever. If I'm going to be loyal to somebody, it's going to be to people I know is going to show up for me. I'm not going to be loyal to people that I do something for and they never show up. Listen, you got one good time to do me that. One good time. For me to really show up for you and help you and do for you, and then when it's time to back me up, you just don't show up for me. You act like I didn't do nothing for you. We good. I'm going to always focus on the people that support me. Always. I'm not out here, like I told y'all before, even the way I do things. I'm not out here trying to cross over. Let me trade if I can get more of a white audience.
Hell no.
Why? They're not my biggest supporters. Let me see if I can go talk to the Asian community, the Hispanic community. You're not my biggest supporters. Now, I'm not saying a few people don't watch, and they do message me. I get messages from people of all communities. But the messages and the supporters that I have of other communities are like this.
Right.
So why would I not prioritize my supporters as like this for people that support me this much? So I'm gonna screw over my big support and don't care about my big support, neglect them just to try to do something for them. And then let's say I do that and they're not even reciprocating at all. They're not supporting me like that. They're not joining anything. They're not joining our website to support our platform, right? You know, in which we're gonna really put that next year hard about, hey, you know, you want to support us? It's great to watch us on YouTube and all that. That's fine. But we need to get 5,000 supporters on AfricanDiasporaNews.org. That's the best way to support us. And that way we can continue doing what we do. We don't have to worry about nothing. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about. Because that's one thing I love about the website. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about. We don't have to worry about like certain topics I wouldn't get into on YouTube because it's their website.
Oh, come on, internet.
And whatever I want to talk about on YouTube, I want to talk about it on Facebook, I want to talk about it on TikTok, I want to talk about it on anything. Certain topics y'all ask me to talk about, I won't talk about it. On AfricanDiasporaNews.org, you say, hey, can you talk about this topic? I'll talk about it over there on the website. So that's definitely one of our goals for next year, try to get 5,000 members on our website. The ultimate goal for me is 10,000. At 10,000, I'm like, I can care less about, I mean, I still would do YouTube, but I can care less about it at that point because I'm like, hey, we truly independently support it. That would be ultimate support, 10,000 members. 5,000, definitely the first goal. 10,000 is ultimate. We can cover payroll, we can do everything, and we just had that many members. And we'll focus on that for 2024 and work on strategies for that. But yeah, we definitely got to move more to independence. And I know sometimes when we do things on YouTube, it's, you know, and that's a frustrating thing for content creators. People say they like you and all the other stuff, but it's like I'm trying to figure it out. It's like people get set on certain websites and they don't. And some people will follow you wherever you go, and then some people won't. Right? A lot of people. I would say more people won't follow you wherever you go. Like if they take you down or take something away from you, right, or whatever. Harder sometimes for you to build back up on your own. And we always talk about black business, do this, and this with black people. We complain about those censoring X, Y, Z, but you put your people in a position where they have to be,
Make sure y'all hit that bell so
bridle
you can be
their tongue, not
notified
say
every
certain
time we
topics
go
you want
live.
to hear, because you won't follow them where they need, where they at. And same thing even with the Patreon thing. We're going to be migrating off of Patreon too, because I don't want to have people just there. I want to have people on our website, something that we own, we control, we pay for.
Right.
Because we can't just depend on the people. It's great to have these platforms, but anytime they can change a rule, they can do whatever. And like Lamar said, it turn your water off.
Yep.
There you go. So the Democrats, like I said, they recently have been fighting Democrats, Biden in particular, about having the ability to contact social media companies and make them take down posts and videos, etc. The Supreme Court actually said that they can do that, right? Now we got the 2024 election coming up. They Biden them not going to call Facebook and YouTube and say, hey, they talking about
they're gonna do that stupid shit with
shadow ban them at minimum,
no political ads. The last 8 days
so they can
before
stop
the
talking
election,
about us.
like they did in 2022.
This is where we at, folks.
Yeah.
So if you don't want content to be censored by, we have to self-censor a lot. Content creators do. Then you need to support us, whatever endeavor we have, whether we have a book, documentaries, whether we have a website, we give them constant news. Support those things, right? Support everybody. I say support everybody, not just me. Support everybody in this space.
In the new Black
support
media,
because a lot of hard work goes into doing this, especially us here. We have, we definitely have paid a lot of people in our community, so we definitely appreciate the support that we're getting here, definitely on YouTube and Spotify and everywhere else. If people listening, we appreciate it. But if you really want to support us, outside of watching this, join us on AfricanDiasporaNews.org. Get a membership there. We will greatly appreciate it. That's where you can keep supporting us monthly out of anything else. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think about, the Democrats here. Like I said, they are bleeding support, and it's their own fault. And we're looking for them to have a nightmare scenario in 2024. And if they do, we definitely go to smile about it, because what you don't do for Black people, we never do for you.
That's right. That's right. All right. What are your thoughts on what Uncle Phil just said about the Democrats?
Okay, everything he said, sir, I endorse on that, man, and he broke it down, and we need to be able to flexing some economical strength is basically what is of what he is saying. You see what I mean? And that's a fact, And then the cold part about it was is that everything the man says is staring us in the face, but you got these ass scratchers, man, who stuck on stupid. That's all what it is. Yeah. They stuck on stupid. And what I mean by stuck on stupid, man, is that just like the X-Man said, man, you know what I'm saying, is that what they said, what's better than what we got right here? You see what I'm saying? That they, and just stuck on it. And then, of course, too, man, you got the dump right here, man, that's inhuman shit. Oh, yeah. Is that he's leading in the polls, man. You know what I'm saying? On the Republican side, man, Pence drops out of the Republican campaign. You know what I'm saying?
And so did somebody else dropped out.
Yeah, it was two of them that dropped out. Yeah.
Tim Scott.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So there you go, right there. I mean, man.
6. How many Republicans right now?
Yeah, and then he was Pence here was saying I'm reading this here from Reuters that he ended his cash-strapped presidential campaign on Saturday after struggling for months to convince Republican voters he was the best alternative to the man he once served with unswavering loyalty, the dump as inhuman shit. Pence's surprise announcement at the Republican Jewish Coalition donor conference in Las Vegas, he was here in town, made him the first big-name candidate to drop out. The dump is the runaway front-runner traveling over the country for the past 6 months. He came here to say it's become clear to him that this is not his time. So
Okay,
after,
there you are.
yeah, so after much prayer and deliberation, he decided to suspend his campaign for president effective today.
Greetings, Lady Che. Oh. Okay, Lady Che, be back. All right, it's about Democrats, desperation mode.
Oh, yes, sir, absolutely, man. And then the cold part about it is, man, is that I think it's unprecedented that that they have been, just desperate. You know what I'm saying? It's been, yeah. So this is a first. So we need to keep it up, man. You know what I'm saying? And then after they get hit in the gut a few more times like this, man, when we don't vote for these tricks, you say, then they'll get the fucking message. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they're gonna get the message loud and clear in 2024. Greetings, Che.
Hey, Lady Che. Greetings from Las
just
Vegas.
showboating in my house. Got my flag all on the couch and shit. Knowing it should be back in here. You know, I left it over here because I lost the tag. and watched it, lost the tag, and look at him over here in the front room showing my shit out. Like, just got my flag all on the couch and shit. Just sitting his ass on my flag.
I'm not sitting on it. It's behind you, Lady Che. But what are your thoughts on?
How to do the flag? You can't be doing the flag like that.
What are your thoughts on the Democrats being in desperation mode, Lady Che? You're welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Fuck the Democrats. I don't give a fuck what they're desperate or I don't give a fuck if they're out there pandering, selling their ass for votes.
Yeah, and I agree with you. You know what I'm saying?
You know, rest in shit.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, pretty
rest
much.
In shit. You know, Republicans too. Definitely, Republicans definitely rest in shit considering the fucking Speaker of the House election.
Yeah, that was just straight
like
bullshit.
2 piles of fucking mad ass cow shit. Just get up in it, lay down, you know, roll it, and just
and walloping in it as well too.
MAGA making power moves though. I mean, we hate MAGA, we can't stand MAGA, but they're making power moves.
What's a power move? What is a power move? That's that old fucking weirdo talk. What is a power move with the Republicans picking this old motherfucking bullshit that they picked it? They just said, oh, we're just gonna get the most extreme motherfucking white Christian nationalist, aka which is another word for white supremacist, and just go over there and sit there. He can't even fucking form a word. Speak. He can't answer the shit when he's speaking out. But he got all the smoke when doing them committee meetings. He got all the fucking heat for everybody. I mean, come on, man. He's just themselves. What's a power move? If I'm any other country, if I'm a person in the United States, I'm laughing right now. Laughing.
They just got governor of Louisiana.
Yep.
Big election coming up in Alabama. Right? Election in Alabama. They got a big election coming up in Mississippi. They got a big election coming up in several states, and the Republicans are taking these seats, so they're positioning themselves quite nicely for 2024 when there's predicted to be a red surge. So
it was predicted last time it was a presidency, last presidential election. It was supposed to be a red surge. Remember, we came out of the talk, and I was like, "What it's like? Yeah, it's whatever." They said that every president election.
They got the House, but they didn't get the Senate.
Yeah,
it doesn't even fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It's all bad. They're all bad. They all come from the same chicken.
Yeah,
if one leg of the chicken is bad, what do you think the other leg is? Bad. If both wings are bad, you know, I mean, if the same chicken, the fucking chicken is bad. Okay.
Yeah, the whole
it's all contaminated.
Yeah, the whole chicken is bad. So does it fucking matter? No. But you know what's funny is that what we should be talking about is Mike Pence. Mike Pence just dropped out.
Yeah, we were just
fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, like it just if
you get out here in Las Vegas.
You still got like the rest of the year, cuz you just gonna drop off like that. You didn't even give it really a chance.
He's not getting no support.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's their fault. They ain't really out there busting their ass.
But that's just
pander
it,
more.
Lady K.
Pander more. Okay?
Everybody is going for the dump as in human shit on that side.
And we want to make that perfectly clear.
They just need to be out there pandering more. Like, you know, these motherfucking Democrats, how they pander to the black community. You know, motherfuckers need to go out there and just pander more. Where's your fucking handlers out there? Just walking you around fucking, you know, pandering you during these fucking, you know, during these things. They need to pander more. Pander. Pander. You know what I mean?
No,
throw some
the
fake fucking
Democrats
incentives and shit.
doing that.
You know what I mean? Where's the sign flyers? Talking about free hot dogs and car washes and shit. You know what I mean? Like pandering, because there's not enough pandering going on.
And then keep in mind that Brandon Random that they got mayor of Chicago, you know what I'm saying? He's really putting them in the
you talking about Brandon Johnson.
Yeah, Brendan Johnson, you know what I'm saying? That trick.
He looking real bad too.
Yeah, that trick. Right
now.
And keep in mind
another video to play in regards to that. That's just she's trying to shame, blame, and explain to us why we need to support the migrants in Chicago.
Man, no. And then not to mention, it was the migrants that disfigured that little black girl. You know what I'm saying?
There's a train right now. It's going somewhere. It's going straight to hell. There's a lot of
people. The bottom of that.
Slapped themselves. And they slapped themselves. They're going on a train just to nowhere. Train just
all them PDs, all them Vice Lords, them El Rukins, them Mickey Cobras.
Mm-hmm.
And you get bucked with it, man. Like, I mean, do what Chicago do best, man. Get into some bullying and some real fucking, you know, some real shit.
And keep in mind, it was the home of Al Capone for many years.
You know, villainous Latinos and shit. Maybe you just need to thug it out, like.
We'll see on that there, Lady Trey.
Drive them somewhere like, you know, to white areas.
Okay, well, see, on that theory right there, Lady Che, they should have been doing that is because, see, Chicago is one of our black strongholds. You see, in Los Angeles, as you know, Lady Che, we as a people ain't got no juice in L.A. We're too outnumbered. You see?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Chicago, you can do this. Like, I have faith in you to thug this out and drive them to the whites.
Yeah,
drive them back to the whites. You know what I mean? Just thug this out. Well, you know, motherfuckers had major fear about going into Chicago and certain areas, black enclaves, just because it was, you know, dangerous. It was just dangerous to drive this shit out.
Yeah.
Iraq for a reason.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
There in the late 80s and never looked back.
Exactly.
And then
well,
in the
I don't know. I don't got no fear about a lot of things. But I'm just like, you know, when there was a fear factor, you ain't gotta put your hands in there. You're like, what do we do, man? They're just intimidated regardless. So you just need to you know, boss up and do some bullying and straighten that shit out back to the whites. I mean, the whites wanted them here so badly they left the fucking the borders open.
Well, yeah, they voted for Democrats.
Drive them home. Drive them home, baby. Just drive them back home to the whites.
The Democratic stronghold.
Yeah.
So there was a journalist out in Chi-Town that attempts to shame Black Chicago for speaking up about migrant crisis. So I'm just going to briefly play this. I'm not going to play the whole video because it's like 30 minutes and we don't have time for that. We got to get to topics. I'm just trying to hit the key points of what.
Well, 2 hours later, now you don't got time.
2 hours later, it's like maybe 90 minutes.
Like, what topic are you on?
Maybe.
On tonight's podcast, ladies and gentlemen, we have an article that was written in the Chicago Sun-Times.
Number 2.
And if you can look on the screen here, let's check out attitudes about life. It was written by Natalie Moore. So who is Natalie? So this is Natalie here that wrote the article. She's a reporter on race, class, and community. I want to make sure that
you look like I got things to do. I'm dressed.
Natalie here.
Real good.
Is that the one from earlier?
What she's talking about, and I kind of read through it a little bit. Natalie
in the front row and fuck shit up.
that I normally
like, you just don't do your own thing in my front room. Like,
Cincinnati, first and
like
foremost,
you
before I
at
even
your
get
house.
started,
No.
I don't like the title of the article.
No.
I don't like the
He's
title
his ass on my
because
flag.
it's not just
He's smoking a
Black
blunt. He didn't offer. He didn't even tell me my kid called. He had my phone and shit. He's just doing the most. Like, just took over. Just like,
We got your phone on silent because I didn't hear
yeah,
nothing.
twist up like family. I cannot go to the Black House and take over his house.
Like in Chicago,
He ain't having it.
touch on.
He will not allow that. I can't sit at his desk. He gets all
Natalie,
mad. He thinks I'm going to his desk. And he sees something like on the bed. He's like, he'll hurry up and get over to his desk.
Because I go all my work at that day.
Temperature just dropped.
There was protests in Brighton Park out there in Chicago. We had the alderman by the name of Julia Ramirez.
Or maybe go disappear to my cousin's house down the hall for like 3-4 hours just because you know why we touch his desk. And there's all the cool shit that his desk.
Texas alderman.
Now he hit it all over the place.
Yeah, remember that alderman? That alderman. Look at all the Asians. Look at them Asians out there.
What is this?
They attacking the alderman.
What is this?
The alderman got to get escorted by the police. Look. This all them Stop Asian Hate people.
Why I said that for you just to say Black Americans is wrong. Now you are an educated woman. You know you've been out here doing journalism for a while. So I personally don't believe that was an oversight on your part. I believe that you want to target Black Americans. You didn't say nothing to the Latino community or the Asian community who do not want anyone in their communities either. They don't want resources taken away from them because they pay taxes. Asians pay taxes. Hispanics pay taxes. White people pay taxes. Even you pay taxes as well. But let's get into the article that you wrote just targeting Black people, even though we have a basis on, why that's completely wrong. So, in the article, to the ad, said we are a nation of immigrants. Hollow for many Black Americans. What are you talking about?
Take the comment down.
Black Americans. We are not no immigrants. We don't talk like that. That is a Democrat talking point. Okay, not a Black American talking point. Now, to continue to say from those of us descended from enslaved people, the sentiment feels
I see him now.
Ancestors supposed to be labored
on. You gotta take the comment thing down. Or fix your share screen too.
Yeah, the U.S. Yes, so was slavery. Well, it's interesting she uses the term foundation.
Well, can you hear me?
Very, very interesting.
I think Chewbacca was to go change hats.
Immigration, the immigration that was so-called foundational was for Europeans.
Chewbacca went to go change hats.
By the boatloads. It's Cleveland,
went to the restroom and changed hats.
Cincinnati. It wasn't no so-called immigration. It was a free-for-all for Europeans.
Chewbacca been giving you that heat this whole time.
That fact doesn't justify
I don't know what's going on with you, but
which is right.
Doesn't happen to me on my side.
Humanitarian crisis trying to slow it down or reaching a permanent solution. No one
I can't access nothing.
They're anti.
You don't have me like where I can access shit.
Nobody's saying a word about the immigrants. When I was in Chicago, I actually saw
fix it from your end.
Immigrants actually on the street with man, woman.
I don't have access to it.
Trying to sell,
messing everything up. I just gotta sit
over there. Push them out. Nobody kicked them. Punched them. They were just
sharing yourself, sharing this.
Them along. But no one is anti.
Yeah, you're sharing yourself. Like we're looking at ourselves, looking at the stream yard.
America, just me.
To come
you, obviously.
Went through the process. Now you're an immigrant here in America. This situation with the people that's coming over, they didn't go through the process.
Okay,
they're skipping all the people who trying to get the process.
I didn't kick him out.
coming in and doing
That's
what
what
they
it would look like on this side.
And taxpayer money is being used.
Yeah, it looked like you kicked them out and you were just sharing our business, sharing.
How are you anti-immigrant when you're anti-using your taxpayer money to fund something that
okay, welcome back to Black Cat.
or want to pay for? That's not being anti-immigrant at all. Now she continues to say Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott uses politics to tarnish a blue city. It is an American city, period. What does a red and a blue mean at this point? In reality, who cares?
None. That's all from the bad, city, ugly, stupid bird.
Now she continues to say he vows to keep relocating migrants to Democratic-run cities soon. They say the crisp fall air will transition to a brutal winter hawk for migrants who experience their first snowfall in the Windy City. They say the cost to Chicago could top $255.7 million by year's end. Sidetrack Mayor Brandon Johnson's agenda to focus on helping marginalized communities. That's the problem, Sister Natalie.
You know, when you watch the RVA,
255 million
for 3 hours.
That situation, and not 255 million to marginalized communities, right? And I don't like the term marginalized. Who you talking about? Anybody can be marginalized. You need to use terms specific to who you're talking about.
You should let the genius.
That's something that we believe in here, Sister Natalie, is that we talk about specifically who we're talking about or who we're not talking about. So taxpayers who are Black, who are Asian, who are Hispanic, they don't want $255 million of their tax dollars going to people who didn't vote, who didn't labor and toil in Chicago. They don't want that. That's not being anti-immigrant at all.
Let me make sure that's what's happening.
Black residents on the south of resources should not go to the newcomers. I agree with them. They say over the past year, some folks have flocked to community meetings. When the city proposes housing migrants in a certain school in Woodlawn or hotel in Kenwood. Well, glad you brought that up.
Welcome back.
So, my first night in Chicago, Friday, I wanted my wife to try Gordiano.
Put it live up there on Facebook.
Went to the Gordiano's
I'm right here.
Street.
We see Shabaka. I finally see Shabaka.
Went to Gordiano's.
Can you hear me?
They say, hey, I want to get, they got to.
Now we hear fucking Uncle Phil talking.
Around this area. So we looked on the phone, found a place right
I can't help it because, I'm not in charge.
So as, my wife can eat all that pizza, even though she got a small, in Gordiano, how big these stuff are.
Hey, what's up, Shabaka? I didn't kick Shabaka out again.
I had some pizza left.
No, Shabaka just left.
I had to eat it later at the hotel. Took the pizza with us. And we're going down the street. We see a woman who's curled up like this,
I'm gonna have to go out and come back in.
And it's like 54 degrees.
Well, I guess I'd hold it down.
And
that's cool. I got stuff to tell people anyway.
I saw her there.
Get out.
And when she finally looked up, she was young. She had to be my daughter. I seem like my daughter literally in her. She had to be 21, 22. She was young.
Kind of crazy shit this slow.
And I saw her. I literally saw my daughter.
Sounds, it's from reading it doesn't sound very appetizing. Maybe if it was just mango and not mango and spicy. I'm like, Jesus Christ. What? You don't know? You didn't get one? Like I said, you got all the shit up there, huh? You're having a good ass time in the front room. You ditched me, went to the front room, and you've been having like the best time up there, chopping it up on the phone, just talking to off friends, doing the most. You got a lot of shit going on up there. Not telling me the kid called. Just. Anyway. Are you? It's still buffering. It's still spinning. Family, I can't hear you all the way up here. So all the way back here, family. I got shadow banned on my second episode. Right, because I was doing a back
to come here.
And I got shadow banned like midway. Okay, I was starting to get to the juicy shit, I went like a whole hour not even knowing I got shadow banned. I can't even post for a whole fucking week on YouTube. And they strike my channel and everything. I was like, yeah, shit was getting too real. Guess what they did it for? They said it was election misinformation, right? That's what that's the story they want to give me. And keep in mind, I was only reacting to shit I seen on like CNN, fucking, reputable places, places that I know, who knew, right? So basically, I'm just watching them, pick the speaker, just shit, just random shit. You know what I mean? I had to get through like certain parts of the election shit. You know what I mean? So, or the politics. I had to get through certain things, so basically, I'm just reacting to, the white media, right? On shit that they already produced, they already put out there. I got a whole fucking disclaimer going on. I had it from the start to pretty much the end, right? So, there's no misunderstanding. When you put shit out and you put it on YouTube, you might as well just say it's fair use, right? Because it's on YouTube, so everybody and their mother's watching it. It's like putting something on fucking TikTok, right? You're stupid. You think it's not just for anybody, right? If you shared it, it's for everybody. Right? You want people to like it and share it. That's like a fair use thing. So anything they're talking about doesn't make any sense to anybody who knows how to read, right? So I'm like, I got for what? So I got a strike and like a whole week, punished me for a whole week. And I was like, man, and it hit me on like 2 different pages. I'm not like right now, Jesse's like, if I look on the thing, I think he's streaming to like fucking 8 places right now. Right now, currently, 8 places are getting streamed to. Okay? I can't even do that. I can't. He doesn't allow me to have that privilege, right? That's on him. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Stop lying. Tell the truth. Anyway, so I don't get that privilege, right? Just like right now, he's streaming 8 places. Don't let him lie. Don't let him lie, family. Don't let him lie, because I got the receipts right here. Don't let him lie. I got the receipt right here. I've been on a free program. Don't let it lie. I've been on a free program for the last 3 fucking years.
All right, I'm back.
There you are.
No. He's lying. Don't let him. I'll prove it right now, Jesse. You just have to share the screen. I'll prove it right now. Don't call me a liar, bro. Fuck out.
Okay, Lady Shay.
David, let me finish. No, Chewbacca got to talk for 20 minutes.
Go ahead.
I should get afforded the same privileges, damn it. Anyways, I'm sorry, Chewbacca. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to call about it and shit. Anyway, so I don't get to stream everywhere like Jesse does. And even before this, Jesse was able to stream in like four different platforms. Okay, I could not. Okay, I could not. I'm only allowed one. If you're on a basic free plan, it's because you ain't got no bread. You can't afford fucking anything else. So everything I do is free because I can't afford it. I got no job. I got no way to fucking do it, right? I'm not privileged like Jesse up in the corner, okay? I don't matter. It don't matter to me really, ultimately, but I just can't do it. So when I do get a chance to do, because I've been sick, you see how swollen I am, right? When I do get a chance to do my show, right, and they shadow ban me, and I'm only able to stream to one place, meaning I can't even share it anywhere. They took it off. They wiped the whole fucking thing off. I was already heading into my 3rd hour, and the third hour is we were already starting to touch TD Hip Hop, Uncle Phil. I had to get the white media out the way, so we can start to get into the black media, because I'm a well-rounded person. I got to see what everybody's talking about, right? And I'm just sharing some shit that I thought was hilarious as fuck to me. Okay, and I have reactions to it because that's what we need to do. And when they shadow ban me for a whole motherfucking week and strike my channel. So on the night of the doubleheader, it was supposed to be a doubleheader. Right? I just got back from the hospital. I was only able to do. I had the energy, so I was like, let me go ahead and. God damn, man, they won't even let me open the shot. I was like, I said, let me get this second round out because now we went from Denver politics and fucking laughing at the mayor, right, to now getting into what we usually talk about. And I was like, all right, when they shadow banned me, I didn't even know, man. I was like an hour into the third. I was already into the third hour, and I was like, all right, cool. It's starting to become like, it's like maybe I have to stop it anyway because I have to get ready for Shabaka's show. It's Friday, right? Shabaka's show comes on. I thought it came on. I thought I only had like an hour. I really had 2 hours. Right? So I'm looking, and I'm like, what the fuck? I start, as I'm checking, I see they shadow ban me, and I was like, oh, hell no. For fucking election misinformation. What was misinformation about fucking whatever fuck MSNBC and CNN were talking about? You know what I mean? I mean, like, it's not like, or anybody talking about the new Speaker of the House. Motherfuckers a shitbag, you know what I mean?
Pretty much.
They like, where the fuck they just dug the most fucking extremist motherfucking racist white nationalist out of fucking nowhere. You know what I mean? Out of nowhere. Who knew he was gonna be picked? You know what I mean? Like, they've been fucking around. And they don't even want to attach the blame to the real motherfucker that fucked it all up. He went on a whole personal thing. That fucking Matt, whatever the fuck his name is,
Gates.
Right? Yeah, whatever his name is, right? Oh, hunchback weirdo, motherfucker looked like he punched him in the stomach. He just stood there, took it.
Yeah, yes.
He stuck it. I was like, man, this motherfucker right here, he's the whole villain. He went on a whole fucking campaign to take one man down, and it fucked it all up for like 3 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to give up the little extra power they already been giving the dude who's been over there taking the votes for the last couple of weeks. The one with the bow tie, they didn't want to give him the chance. So I was like, all right, cuz this is stupid. But what was misinformation about anybody reporting the news about this motherfucker becoming the new Speaker of the House? And when you ask him direct questions, now that he's the Speaker of the House, he can't form a sentence, let alone answer the questions that he was blatantly fucking doing for the last couple of years. He has solid fucking stances, okay? Stances that, according to, the fragility of the country now, really you know what I mean? People are like, oh my God, he doesn't like abortion. Oh my God. It's like everything says, oh my God, right? Straight, conservative, Christian, nationalist conversations, right? So what did I say? I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't say anything wrong. I was just laughing about who they fucking picked. I gave my fucking opinion. They put the shit out there. So, did they get a strike?
You don't know the answer to that question, no.
No. How the fuck did it get there? It says MSNBC. It doesn't say, whatever. When you pick a channel or something, it says underneath the fucking title, it says the name of the fucking channel. CNN on YouTube, right? Did they get a strike? Where's all these strikes coming from? You know what I mean? Why the fuck? And it's a fucking thing, right? It's a thing when it comes to motherfuckers that are, blatant fighting racism, white supremacy all day long. Always we gotta have a fucking opinion, especially when black people are being blatantly fucking ignored.
Our channels get shadow banned.
Yeah, we get drug into shit we don't fucking really like. You really want to know what the fuck we're thinking about going on abroad, where we got bigger fucking things to talk about, like reparations and shit down here. Do you want us to talk about what's going on over there, right? You want us to have an opinion about what's going on over there? The only opinion I really have about what's going on over there is, man,
Palestine.
That's where our reparations money went.
Right.
Yeah. Well, see,
this is like an ongoing thing with the government. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna be homeless and fucking unfed, but you gotta continue to fund your, you gotta continue to fund your allies, and we gotta continue to watch the shit. And it's turmoil here. but we gotta be worried about what's going on over there. There's a fucking blatant distraction of fucking nonsense, right? And at the same time, we talk about the gun violence as they show you a commercial, right? They'll say like, somebody had an air pistol when they shot this black dude right down the street, right? Mm-hmm. And then right after that, they'll show a motherfucking commercial selling air pistols. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Well, but then you wonder why motherfuckers got one and then you got shot with it.
There's more guns than people want to put.
It's stupid. Hey, so what was misinformation about me pointing the obvious out, or me pointing out the obvious in an article, right? And because reading is fundamental. You'll hear me say that all the time.
True.
It's right there.
You want to admit to.
Yeah, it's right there. Everything is right there. They're saying everything right fucking there, right in your face, right to you. Mm-hmm. It's right. It's written in black and white. The language is fucking always ambiguous with the illusion of inclusion, right? Or it's fragile or some sort of fucking nonsense, but it's right in fucking front of you.
Yeah.
So all this cognitive dissonance is being practiced right now is fucking stupid to me. And of course I'm going to say something about it. Of course I'm going to say hell nah. No. I mean, that's my word. This is the word. No.
N-O.
Fuck no. I mean, going for that over here. And when you go for that over there, that means they can just tell you anything, sell you anything, fucking pipe dreams and shit. What's this? Motherfucking pandering to everybody. Fucking we need you to feel warm and cozy inside. I don't feel warm and cozy about nothing. Like, let's tell you like that.
I feel warm and cozy when you cut the tangibles, goddammit.
I don't feel warm and cozy when you fucking actually pay your motherfucking debt.
Right.
Right? Without fucking crying about it and shit. Just fucking pay with Ozone. Hey, that'll help. Stop fucking funding all this other shit. Pay attention to what's going on here. As a matter of fact, why don't you just do a whole purge and start over? I mean, fuck it. It's already crumbling now.
Every empire.
If I live abroad, well, first of all, if we're in the United States, we're already laughing at the government. Right? Because it's funny as fuck. Feel sad inside. A little angry, but now you're to the point where it's not even anger anymore. It's just almost funny because you can't even get angry because you've been angry. Now that anger is turned to fucking oh man, it just never ends, right? Mm-hmm. So you're not angry no more. You're at a numb point, right? A numb point that everything's fucking amusing and funny to you because you're like, hey man, this shit ain't never gonna get better. Is getting worse and worse and worse, and there's this problem that they just keep creating, but they want to act like it's us, but it's really them. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, they're funding this and this and that, but we gotta act like it's like we had a problem with. No, man, the victim is clearly the people. And the victimy, it continues to happen because we continue to feel warm and fuzzy about motherfucker we allowed to do this shit. In fact. So I was like, man, at this point, if I was anybody, even if I was abroad, we're basically open for all kind of shit right now. Mm-hmm. Open for fucking all sorts of things. We're open to be mocked, shamed, and laughed at. We're open for actual fucking shit to happen over here from over there. You know what I mean? And anywhere over there. It could be anywhere, okay? We're open to that now because we're just doing the most. You know what I mean? And then not doing the most at the same time. And then you got the speaker talking about, thoughts and prayers. Our thoughts and prayers. Like, with the Maryland or Maine shit. He's like, let's, our thoughts and prayers go out. They hadn't even caught old boy yet. You know what I mean? But his thoughts and prayers were already out there. I'm like, shit, you pray for that motherfucker wearing Crocs and doing a whole fucking shooting up. We're straight wearing Crocs. The motherfucking Maine dude, the killer, the shooter. He was wearing fucking Crocs, cuz. That's all fucking right. You see how stupid this is? How stupid fucking white people are? You gotta be fucking that comfortable to go on a fucking mayhem fucking spree and shooting up motherfuckers. You gotta put on the Crocs. Huh? Like your feet were just tired. You just couldn't wear no boots.
Fucking be comfortable killing all those people.
I had to get comfortable. Like that's. I mean, I'm like. You see how funny that shit was to me? It's like, I was
They
making jokes.
be having,
I was making jokes
boots,
of the thing.
combat boots, some kind of boots on. He wearing some
No,
goddamn.
that motherfucker had a hoodie on and some cargo pants and some fucking Crocs. Like, he was like just regular Joe. You see all these other motherfucking mass shooters come in with fucking fucking vests on and they got like fucking
tactical equipment,
fucking belts on and motherfucking pistols
The
and
military stuff.
fucking legs, bullets upon bullet cases.
It looked like he had some cargo pants on.
I always got cargo pants and motherfucking, garter belts for fucking gun and fucking magazine cases and shit. Two layers of fucking layers of fucking vests on. The stupidest white face they got on that look like they gonna kill all of us, right?
Like the average Joe.
Right.
Like the average Joe.
Yeah, they mob up in there. Fucking not even lately. You see no motherfucking white mass shooter wearing a mask or nothing. This is fucking. Here's my face. Catch me. I'm right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this
we'll see
motherfucker
that
in a
trip.
hoodie, cargo pants, and some motherfucking tan ass Crocs. Like, cuz tan Crocs.
Yeah, but the short was tan.
Like,
the hoodie he had.
Remember Kanye had the Crocs? They were like tan.
He tried to match. He had some Crocs with holes in them, and then he had a brown hoodie.
Yeah, that motherfucker looked too mad comfortable. Like he's like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna shoot this up and I'm gonna go eat a sandwich. I'm gonna listen to some good ass fucking music on the way to the next spot, 10 minutes away. I'm gonna go in there and fucking handle up, and I'm gonna go over here, handle up, and I'm gonna disappear for like another 24 hours. They can't find me.
Probably a Walmart or something, or something else. It's like 3 different places.
Where's the hypocrisy, man, with all the cameras everywhere, right? There's so many cameras everywhere. There's cameras on the freeway. There's cameras everywhere. But they couldn't catch this motherfucker for shit.
For 2 days.
Then that ought to tell you that he's got some type of knowledge of how the camera systems work, and how the grid operations work.
He's working with law enforcement.
Everywhere. Where the
that's what I'm getting to right there. Is that this fool is either former military or he's law enforcement.
It's like Peyton Gendron that shot up the Tops grocery store in Buffalo last year.
Exactly.
You can't avoid the cameras. It don't matter if you're law enforcement or not. There's cameras everywhere. I open my front door right now. I look across across the street.
Cameras or you don't.
There's like 2 buildings, like maybe 2 blocks away, and they're a little taller than my building, but they got fucking cameras right on top of that, facing my motherfucking building. It almost feels kind of intentional to me. I open my door. I'm on the bottom floor. I open my door. The motherfucking apartments that are like maybe 2 blocks away, that are like 6 stories high. Got cameras directly facing my building. It almost seems intentional to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, let me go get the binoculars if I didn't want nobody to see me spy on them, spying on me. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they gentrifying your neighborhood.
But I'm saying though, them cameras been there though. Them cameras been there for like a good 2 years. You know what I mean?
And it's recording everything for those 2 years.
Yeah, and that's a real
that's why they put those time stampers about. That's why they put the time stamps on it.
The other day you was talking about it too, and you said, man, motherfucking dummy in the car and shit. That's a real life situation. Speed gun. Ain't even in the car, cuz there's a whole motherfucking mannequin sitting in this thing. He got a hoodie on, or he didn't got a hoodie on. He got his fucking he got whatever homeboy wears to work. He got an extra uniform with an extra badge and everything. He's just sitting in the car chilling. A whole motherfucking white mannequin, hat on and everything, holding a motherfucking speed gun. And that motherfucker's a straight dummy. I rolled up right past it, literally right up when I was driving the other day somewhere. I can't say where.
Right.
I was in the whip the other day going somewhere. I think I was going to the east side. And I rolled right up on it. I was like, that motherfucking Shabaka, man, boy, I've said it too once before, but I was like, God damn it, Shabaka was right on point. You hear me? And sure enough. But motherfuckers don't know. Motherfuckers just like immediate slow on the brakes and shit when they see the T's that they coming up on them and shit. They slow up on the brakes. They drive on past them like, Hey, cuz it's a dummy. You the dummy for slowing up.
Yeah.
You just holding
Yeah.
the gun. They got that motherfucker placed like this. He looks like you sit out the window like this, an SUV, like this, pointing the motherfucking shit like this, catching up, clocking speeders, right? But it's not even a person. It ain't no person there. That motherfucker's a white fucking mannequin, probably from Sears or something. He probably used to wear polo shirts in the fucking men's department. That motherfucker rocking a whole fucking T uniform, right? With the extra uniform that cuz got in his closet that he probably wear on Wednesdays and it's Thursday. You know what I'm saying? He probably wears some old dirty ass motherfucking uniform. He picked Bob out the trunk, placed him in the front seat, gave him the fucking clocker, and went and did some other fucking scandalous shit, like doing drugs in the hood. You know, I don't know nothing. I'm just saying, you know,
but you see,
the most.
Okay, but you see,
but do the most, and then come back.
Okay, but here's something for you. But if that fool there, if they writing tickets based on that fool sitting right there, right? Okay,
but then tickets those hours.
Okay, no, but what I'm saying is, okay, let's say they got the dummy sitting there, okay, and he's probably got like a speedometer up there on his dummy ass, and you speak, then another cop comes and give you a ticket. No, they got to kick that shit out of court. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Ain't nobody getting called. It's just motherfuckers getting like, you know, getting scared as they drive past the team.
Right, exactly.
Like holding a whole speed gun, and there's a whole fucking sign that says how much speed you're doing, like maybe 10 feet up ahead of them, right? But nobody's getting pulled on that street. Nobody's getting pulled at all. And I'm like, well, shit, you know. I drive in the street because the sidewalk's fucked up. So I'm like, I'm laughing myself up because, you know, I like to drive up on it when I can. Just creep by and be like, you trash. Straight garbage.
Oh, yeah.
You see me doing that shit all the time. I'm like, and this time I was like, beep, beep, back this up. Let me back this track up.
Do better,
let me back this track up. I know, Jesse, hold up. I said, let me back this track up. I said, let me back the track up. I'm watching this motherfucker like this. I swear to God, it was a motherfucking Sears and Foley's motherfucking mannequin. He's just sitting there chilling, holding the motherfucking gun like this. He even had sunglasses on, cuz. He even had sunglasses on. He had a whole motherfucking plastic waxing face. Okay? Whole white mannequin. Pink motherfucker. He didn't even, you know what I mean? They didn't even try to dress him up a little bit. He wasn't even wearing a mask or nothing. He just had the motherfucking, you know, Tom Cruise glasses on and a motherfucking hat. And he's wearing a fucking uniform, holding a motherfucking speed trap down. Denver PD.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, I want to tell it. You know, I don't have the privileges of just recording some shit, laughing about it, and sharing it on live, because that would be some funny shit. That would be something I would do, right? Because they had to put up a whole fucking thing when I was recording the motherfucking police academy training to do.
Oh yeah, they put a whole tarp up.
They put a whole motherfucking tarp up all the way around that shit, so I couldn't fucking catch them anymore. Because I'd be like, man, look at these motherfuckers think they can just drive. They're doing turns and shit. They're trying to do donuts like they in high speed chases back there on grass. You know, like, come on, man. This is only 1 acre. Stop getting crazy. You ain't out here. You're back there behind the fence and practicing. Shut up. Look, everybody. So, thank God I don't have the mechanisms to go live anywhere when I'm on the road, right? So nobody sees me about patrolling the neighborhood when I am patrolling the neighborhood. So I'm like, God damn it, man. This would have been that moment. Motherfucker got picked off of fucking Sears or whatever's open nowadays. Sears, Foley's. He was an Aurora Mall motherfucking mannequin. Wearing a Denver Police Department motherfucking uniform, holding a gun while that motherfucker out doing fucking smoking fucking drugs in a tent somewhere. I'm just saying.
Okay. Move us along, or we're just gonna be here all night on the same.
Go ahead, cuz. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Well, thank you, Lady Che.
That was pretty fucking funny. I don't know why you didn't laugh, but that was hilarious. Go ahead.
So our next topic is Cornel West has left the Green Party, gone full independent.
Say it ain't so.
Okay. Alrighty, so that did just goes to show he saw some prepackaged bullshit in it. But then again, with Dr. West, I respect his accomplishments and what have you. Okay, but let's be real.
Well, it had to happen. Dr. West shut it down in the Time magazine article in an interview in D.C. when he was here participating in an anti-war rally, and they asked him a question about being a come on, you know.
Is the copyright scrolling or no?
Yeah, sure.
Because they like to, call him a spoiler candidate. And Dr. West says some things about it. It is most of it's the typical stuff, hey, how you gonna spoil something that's rotten? Those, basic responses, that type of stuff about the West. We know what to expect. But then things got really interesting. Like, there's this. He tells me he realized under a party's ticket means devoting too much of his time to party activities instead of speaking directly to the people. I said, aha!
Told you.
The activities you gotta do that you're agreeing to do when you are under a party.
He's nobody's hoe.
Maybe Dr. West.
These motherfuckers pandering, motherfuckers like hoes.
Like
Cornel West is like, I ain't your hoe. I don't got time for it. I want to talk to the people.
What if you don't want to do that?
He ain't doing none of that.
A lot of people still give a Bernie Sanders shit, and they should.
Yeah, fuck Bernie
for
Sanders.
endorsing Joe Biden. But he agreed to do that when he ran with the Democratic Party. And guess what? Marianne Williamson has also agreed to do exactly the same thing, because to run as a Democrat, you have to agree to do certain things.
Yeah, total line.
To run as a Green Party person, you have to agree.
Yep.
Ask Dr. West exactly, specifically, what are those things? But this is
none of that, man. I told you I know Cornel West. He's coming up like a bad habit. Cornel West takes the store like a crack habit, dude.
Go around the country, promoting other candidates, and that's not why I'm in this. I'm in this to speak truth to power, challenge the empire. I don't want to waste time.
That motherfucker embrace villainy hardcore right now.
People pimping me out.
Like light revelations.
Guys. Now this part right here, if it's never happened to you, you may not relate to it. But if it has ever happened to you, and it's happened to me, you'll never forget it. So listen real close. Listen close. Now this is important. This part right here. Everything. And this is just my opinion based on my life struggle. My experience has been Tim Blacc for the last 12 years. Here's the thing. Public Tim Blacc. People use your ass. It's not a good feeling being used all the time. Being pulled around. People trying to befriend you, pretend to be your friend, just trying to use you as a stepping stone. Trying to use your land and credibility that you built up. Doing all the hard work that you've done, they try to use that for their own benefit. And then when you don't allow them to do it, you're the bad guy. You're the evil one. Then they smear you and call you
that. We're gonna seek your motherfucking battleship.
Yeah. That sound right to you? Does that sound right? You know what? If that's never happened to you,
now that don't sound right. It's not like
it's not nice. No, it doesn't feel good when people use your ass. I've had people say they build businesses off my ass. I've had other people, everyone with ulterior motives that don't match my own motives. It's not a good thing. I don't know if
those unbought moments
to get what they want. Yeah. You need to know they're doing that. But you're not really your friend on there. You don't really have the same goals you have.
They don't have your interests, yeah.
You are being to an end. It's a very low feeling. I don't know if this is what Dr. West is feeling at all. Not even say, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, when I hear him say, the statement is this. He tells me he realizes running on the party ticket means devoting too much of his time
Somebody making a lot of background noise.
It's his time.
Chewbacca opening a candy bar or something.
Wow, you can hear all that?
We don't need a
Heard
Messiah.
the squeaky door.
We don't need a
Opening up
superhero.
some
We need
food
a
or
party.
vitamins or
Green parties.
NyQuil packet or something.
Without that,
Burrito. some sort of something, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, whatever speakers you got are real sensitive.
People's party.
Okay, I'm on the Bluetooth now.
All this complaining, all this hand wringing, all this backstabbing. Why you need him? You got a party. There's a lot of people, right? You got all these officers. Run and win. Run and win. Do it. Run and do well. How'd you do last time? One party didn't run anybody. Anytime, ever. It has the audacity to be upset somebody doesn't want to run and build their party for them.
All right. Right. The caudacity.
We got some loafs. Some oafs that found a loophole in the tax code to build this shaky ass BS organization out of people's pain and frustration with the Democrats. And the leftover feelings about Bernie, they're siphoned and leveraged their mediocre peripheral association with Bernie Sanders to build a shit organization that is corruptible and full of nothing but linked lies, rumors of all type of clandestine activity.
Brother, why don't you just say that they're full of shit, man? You know.
We got another organization.
Green Party is the same way.
And I've heard all types of rumors about for the last 10 years since I found out about it. And the fact that it's been around for, I don't know, maybe 100 years. I didn't know about it for like 10 years.
I was like, we understand.
But still, when I found out, I was like, oh yeah, I remember. Don't just like the ones that want to save the environment.
I was like, and when you threw it, you didn't even tell me about it. I was like, God damn.
Most people don't even know the hell this organization.
I gotta smooth talk the white people, and I don't know how to do that. I was like, well, I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
You could make water board.
Oh, just take it in a little at a time. I know it's
Dr.
gonna happen.
Cornel West, and you really need somebody to explain why he might not want to party for you.
Jesse was like, oh, we gonna do this.
People get to do what they want to do. If you really wanted somebody to do something, maybe you should have sweetened the deal for them to make them feel like it was worth them doing. I don't know. I don't know. I have no inside information. Have I talked to Dr. West about this? What I'm just saying is when people decide not to take a job, there are reasons. Some of y'all just turn down jobs all the time.
He's like, I ain't your hoe.
Nobody ever jumped in your business like, what you doing, turning down that job? I want to work for
what did he expect?
Work for yourself.
He was
what did he expect?
A better, more supportive situation, probably.
What's best for you. That's how you guys say it. So
let the front line.
I just found it ironic.
Tap into him.
I read this article.
Give him a little razzle dazzle.
This just opened my mind up to other things.
We'll bring him the code. We'll bring him up the code real quick.
Just let me holler at him real quick.
The humdinger of the digger.
All right. And get him on the right page.
This right here, what's up?
He gonna be blatantly keeping it simple for Blacc Vote. You know, even though I know he's talking to Blacc Vote.
What's the whole other shot?
Just was the money question whether he's talking to Black folk or not.
He got to stop calling the enemy our brothers and sisters.
He can't do that. He's a motherfucker. Just let his little hippiness.
He said a lot of people know me.
He's a peaceful man.
You never heard of it.
I see the inner hippie in him.
Well,
right, that part.
Okay, now let's look at something else. You remember when he was out there at Ferguson? Remember Ferguson?
Damn, Jesse, you just gonna smoke this blunt all in front of us and not walk it back, man.
I should get up and walk off this damn stage. Not just walk on the side like a normal.
You just did a mic drop moment.
I'll stop at this damn table and walk right past this camera. Because that, my friend, is a shutdown.
Yeah, Tim, I feel the same way. Right.
How are you going to knock a person for not wanting to run with the party when they're more popular than the party?
Don't close the door. Don't close the door. You know it's cold and a little mouse.
Yeah, I'm Washington D.C. We had a lot of great parties.
And I wanted to go out there with you.
Now, first of all, we built the mega nightclubs, the mega clubs. That's when they were founded right here in D.C. in the late 90s to the early 2000s.
I don't want to go out there with you.
Washington D.C. was the home of the mega
You're
club.
sitting on my flag.
Nightclub, D.C. Live.
Yes, you are.
Flag,
I know it did.
Huh? We had like these
humongous bag was like, oh my
God. 5,000 people. Multiple floors, multiple music on different levels. We had these big, humongous clubs, mega clubs. People all over the country, celebrities from all over came to DC to party with us. We had the club. They could have stayed in their own cities. They felt they were too big for them small clubs. The names rang out. I remember I went to one club, Zanzibar. I met Mike Tyson. When Mike Tyson was still Mike Tyson. In the VIP section of Zanzibar. I couldn't believe it was sitting there. He ain't had no bodyguards with him either. They was at the bar. He was at the table like this. I really like to.
Yeah, but wasn't nobody gonna fuck with Mike Tyson.
Right.
The point is this: Mike Tyson could have went anywhere, but he decided to come here because the club was Zanzibar. It was a big mega club.
Come here.
And look, here's the thing, guys. None of us own Dr. West or his decisions.
Huh?
But it makes sense. It makes sense. For you to run in a party, if you're going to run in a party, that actually gives you something more than what you...
This is the look I gave you.
You know, you took the job you took, but if you can make more money working by yourself, why work for the company?
Right.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you can make more money on your own, why get him a cut?
Right.
There was another party that
dang, you made it up there fast.
I told y'all it's going to be a hurtful feeling tonight. But I'm tired of y'all capping. Because what understands the way his power boasters, his presidential bid, he says he saw an increase. He saw an increase in his fundraising since he left the Green Party.
Yeah, we got that 3,000 plus donation.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now I know that's crazy, right? Because you saw the Vanguard and you saw, I don't know, David Dorr, and you saw insert name of black podcaster, whatever podcast, I don't know. You saw these random people online being really butthurt, right? So I know it seems crazy, don't it? That Dr. West could say, hey, you know what I saw? I saw an uptick in fundraising once I announced I left the Green Party. Because people trust him more than they trust the Green Party. Yeah, if I know Dr. West for 30 years, he's doing something, I help him. But if I know I'm doing it and I'm giving the money to the organization who I don't know, maybe a little bit more reluctant.
Makes sense.
I know him at the party. You see, Dr. West is such a benevolent, like such a gracious person. Because this would have been Tim Blacc. And y'all would have been running my name in the dirt, spitting on me in the little videos. Oh, he won't run with the Green Party. He won't run with the Green Party. Well, how dare he? He won't make his mind up. He keeps doing this, he keeps doing that. Sorry, not a politician before. I wish it would have been me. I would have walked up to the mic.
Right.
Oh. Well, school me. I would walk right up to the mic. This thing on. Your party sucks. That's why. I don't work for you. I work for me. I'm running to be president to help us all. I got other shit I can do. I'm doing this because I believe in it. But you ain't going to tell me how to do it. You ain't going to tell me when to do it. And you're not going to tell me where to do it.
Oh, shit.
It's not with G-Unit. You know why? Because it's 50 Cent. Now, I know that's going to hurt feelings. That's going to hurt a little. It's going to hurt your little feelings. It's true.
That's our feelings.
All right? That's why he's not with him. Because he don't need them. They need him. It's okay, yo. 50 Cent on the road. So with that other dude.
Young Buck.
What I'm saying is, it's understandable why Dr. West may not want to run as a Green Party. This article lays it out pretty well. Number of reasons why Dr. West may have made the decisions here.
Oh, cuz.
Look, man. We are all hopefully here for the same reasons. We all want the same things. A better life for ourselves and our kids and our grandkids and for the entire world. We want to have an impact, a positive impact, for making the changes we deem necessary for this country, for our communities, for ourselves, and for our families. We may have some different ways of doing that, but we all basically want the same things. We need to have a little bit of faith in one another. We also realize no one is perfect and people make mistakes. But we need to stop questioning Dr. West's every move.
Right.
He does something corrupt. He does something that's unconscionable.
But I have to say, man, the brother need to realize, man, in this presidential election, this Ted going into 2024, ain't neither one of these politicians on both sides of the fence ain't worth a good goddamn.
Right.
You know it. I know it. The American people know it. He knows it, man. Cornel West is an opportunist. Mm-hmm. None of them ain't shit. And that's the conclusion I came to. I mean, look at the Democrats, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but I tell you one damn thing, it is right for a third party candidate to come along because the dump that's human shit, you know what I'm saying? He's still going out there, you know, half cocked and all that. Mm-hmm. And then the raggedy ass members of the Republican Party, you know what I'm saying? They're no different than these Democrats. Democrats constantly selling us down the toilet, you know what I mean? And what has happened with the dump as in human shit. And I want to make that perfectly clear, is that he has set a fervor in motion. Now, a fervor is like what happened in 1992 in Los Angeles, where everybody got so pissed off, where everybody got so motivated behind a common cause amongst themselves, okay? Then they just went off and did what they wanted to do. Now, what happened in 1992 in Los Angeles, that was a huge case of injustice. So that was the general public going off on an establishment. But what has happened is that these mighty whiteys, okay, or these Second Amendment dudes, these Ku Klux Klan dudes, you know what I'm saying? Neo-Nazis, all of them wrapped up into one snowball, and it's called Donald Trump.
No, it's called racism, white supremacy.
Exactly, and that's what the dump as the human shit represents.
The embodiment
of RWS. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's an embodiment and an emboldenment of RWSs, because see, you got these ass scratchers and these Uncle Toms out here, like what Mr. Philip Scott said and what have you. Okay, what you Democrats doing for us? We've been following you motherfuckers going on for what's this now, brother Chad, the last 60 years, actually over 60 years, starting in 1960. You all voted for JFK, then in 64 you voted for LBJ, and in 68 you all voted for
we don't have ninjas voting Democrat for the next 200 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, that's the problem right there, is that chain on the fucking brain. How do you break the weakest link on that chain on the brain?
It's weird, huh? Those ones are weird, huh, Jesse?
Yeah.
No, it's very weird because, see, I've witnessed this shit here, ladies and gentlemen, for the last 50 years, and it's just incredible of how the Democrats come to us every fucking election year, whether it's midterms or in the presidential election. Gotta vote Democrat, and then even Biden, he's so bold to say, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black.
Well, we black and we ain't vote for your senile, decrepit ass.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean,
how can none of them are getting a vote, man? You're not talking about nothing.
Okay, but that's just it, though. Yeah, that's just it, though, Lady Trey. Yeah, absolutely. But where does he get the audacity to make such a rauncous ass like?
Yeah, where does he get the audacity to say some shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just can't just blame him for saying it. You gotta blame the people for actually doing it to prove his point that, we gotta be black, so we gotta vote for him. We have to vote for black. We have to vote for him. Bisexuals did it. You know what I mean? Like you gave him that. You gave him that.
It was those anybody but Trump mugs that was co-signing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, I'm black. I was black. Let's vote for Biden. Yeah. Biden sexual asses. And now look what happened. Look what's good. Yeah. Look what's happening now. Like we ain't got nothing really out of this at all except for fucking shat on.
No, you're right. And then to prove your point even further, Lady Chad, I saw somebody make a meme up there with hiding behind and saying, well, niggas, we gave your reparations money to Israel.
Pretty much. We gave your reparations money to Israel. We gave it to Ukraine. And we gave it to Taiwan.
Fucking agenda.
We gave it to the Alphabet Mafia agenda. We gave it
back to the police.
We gave it to the police. We didn't defund the police. We funded the police even more.
Yeah, continuously funded the police with reparation money.
So we didn't even learn from 2020. You kept us to defund the police, and we need alternatives to the police. Y'all shitted on that and said nope.
Right.
Nope.
Exactly.
We need 100 more officers. So we got to dedicate 40% of the 2024 general budget general fund to the police.
Yeah. You see, and this is where this shit gets asinine. It's beyond ridiculous. It's beyond stupid. It is straight out asinine.
Yep.
I mean, black family.
Last year, 500 million. This year, or this next year, they're going to get 600 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Or 600 million. I said billion. Yeah.
It might as well be. It might as well be at the end of it. You know what I mean?
And then folks.
They got your money though, black family. We gotta go through studies and motherfucking shaming, and you're not smart enough to manage your own money, let alone start a business. When history has shown clearly it is possible. A million times over, it's possible.
Shit.
But you can't be trusted to buy a house or start a business or
exactly.
generational wealth. I mean, time has shown millions of times. There's plenty of evidence. We can go just run this beautiful bean footage back of places where black people have built from the ground up and had wealth and fucking living their best motherfucking lives, happy and just walking through, smiling at each other, fucking living lives and having whole black families and good shit. I mean, there's just history of it here in the United States. right, of this happening.
Mm-hmm.
But you need a study. You need a study. You need them to tell you how much harm they want to pay for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then what it
They don't owe
is
you. You know what I mean? They don't. How much they think your plight is actually worth. They want to do a study on your atrocities. You think, and you're just gonna sit there and let them do it. Knowing goddamn well. Goddamn well. They can't place a value on it. Really.
Goddamn check.
They can't place a monetary value for all the strife and shit that's went down. For the time of child slavery. And what we're asking for is regards to motherfucking lineage-based fucking reparations, cash payment reparations. You know what I mean? There's no real dollar amount that can really satisfy.
The dollar amount is too big for the average Joe to fathom. Right. So we started at $100 trillion.
All right.
$100 trillion for past and future atrocities that have been brought against our people and continue to be brought against our people
daily, okay, daily,
on a regular basis. I mean, economically, physically, socially. You see what I'm saying? You just
in your own house.
Exactly.
You can't go outside, go to the store, go do anything when you leave your own crib to go do something somewhere else without some sort of motherfucking trauma happening to you as a black person in America. Yeah, especially the foundational black American.
Especially
really, think about it.
Aurora.
You're gonna come somewhere in between.
Racism.
Yeah, you're gonna come across it somewhere throughout your day. Some fucking atrocity is gonna happen to you, your family, someone in your family, someone just in the same fucking everyday realm as you. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be traumatized by it.
To them. When it happens to them, oh, now we got a problem. Oh, he said we got a problem, but prior to that, I'm gonna just do me.
Right. It don't have nothing to do with me. I'm going back here to watch Oprah and all this so dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? So then what happens is that when a power structure sees this, and then when you get Al Sharpton's, Thomas Sewell's, Larry Elder's, Leo Terrell, the ass scratchers, Yassa bosses, you know what I'm saying? And they come up there with their pacification, what have you, and white America just came up there through its media, through its norms, through its mores, and there's societal norms that, hey, well, we just go out here and get some half-baked, half-fried, bootlicking, ass-scratching Negro like Jesse Jackson, and pacify. That's who I'm quoting. Yes, sir. And he had said that over 35 years ago.
Damn, it's been that long, Shabaka?
Yeah, wait a minute. 1994, hold it. 28 years ago. Yeah, 29 years ago. I remember when you said that on the Phil Donahue show. That was in 1994. Before, they was getting ready to do the Million Man March. And then Phil Donahue got up there and said that Dr. Muhammad, that you had said that Jesse Jackson was half-fried, ass-scratching house nigga, and Dr. Reed had said to the best of his ability and utmost of it.
I think I remember that. I was 7 years old. I was like, huh, what is this?
Yeah, I was a little bit younger than you, Brother Chet. I was a little bit younger than you when
in 94, I was 14. I was 14 in 94.
I was 35 in 94.
I was old enough to remember motherfucking Phil Donahue, motherfucking. I was old enough to remember the first mass motherfucking shooting here in Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado. I was in school.
I was like, whoa.
When that happened.
Hold on. But here's the cool part with me about Columbine. The very first time I went to Denver, Colorado, I'm going through there, looking at the places, looking at the Rocky Mountains to the west, and I ride by this building. I says, man, I look like that place on the news called Columbine High School, and the people I'm riding with, they said that is it.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, get the fuck away from here.
You right off the
up and get me away from it. And out of all my years of living in South Central Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying? No, I felt the chill go up my spine, man.
That whole neighborhood. That neighborhood, that's a down neighborhood. You don't want to get caught down.
That was the kind of shit that was going through my mind right there. You see, it's like
I was like 14. I was thinking like that's a school that white folk go to.
Yeah, I went there. You know,
over there.
Like
white folk go over there, and white folk be shooting up all this shit, man.
Well,
white folk be getting all this goddamn guns.
No, we did. We did go there.
Guns like that.
We went there right before it happened. Oh my God, we did. We went there. It was for something for band because I was in the band in middle school. I used to play the clarinet. We went to Columbine Elementary to do a recital or something right before it happened. That was in '98, and then it happened in '99. And I was in middle school. I was in 7th grade when it happened, and they had turned on the TV, and it was like, Columbine High School just got shot up. We're all,
now, here's the cool part about it. Now, I remember that they were having school shootings in high schools in the 1970s in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember that real well. That LA High, Manual Arts, Fairfax High. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get over there at Lock High and then the heart of going toward Compton and Watts and what have you. You see what I mean? But in Los Angeles, this is just the norm. This is what these Negroes do to each other and all this old bullshit.
No. Because the crews were started to protect the neighborhood from the white supremacists. The Crips and the Blacks started to protect the neighborhoods that they.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute, Brother Che, you're right. It's because, now let me turn back the hands of history right here. Okay. Now, don't quote me on it. Now, I'm going back 50 years.
Yeah, I'm about to go soon. Just my heart's starting to hurt.
Okay, little
again here shortly.
And this was in the early 70s where they were, and I think they was trying to have the community resources of independent people. Then there was another colloquial that they had about brothers.
Brotherly love overcomes oppressive domination or destruction.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go right there. And then keep in mind is that both of these programs. And these were offshoots of the 10-point program that the Black Panther Party was trying to.
We're Panther Cubs, Shabaka. God damn it. We are Panther Cubs. We are the bastards of the party.
Yes, sir. And then keep in mind, now here's something else I do remember. You could pull this up, Brother Che, if you right by a computer. Go to 1972 Hollywood Division of the Los
Angeles. Time to do it, Shabaka. We got a slew more topics.
How many?
Part 2, obviously, because this is part 1.
Wait, I'm going to say my goodbyes.
We're going to leave now because we're getting to the actor of Shaft, or the main shooter.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Hold on now. We got to pay tribute to Richard Roundtree with the Shaft character.
Yes.
Because, Richard Roundtree passed
I can do you. Let's go.
Okay, well, I was going to play a little bit of Cornel. He was on Black Power Media, too.
Okay.
So how much longer, Jesse? Because I'm starting to feel like let's just say this, like, family, I'm in like acute heart failure right now.
Yeah, she has to go to the hospital on Tuesday.
I had a heart attack, couple like little ones.
If you had a heart attack, you should be calling the paramedics now.
No, I did. I just kind of like bypassed it. This was like whatever, like every day, like you didn't even notice it. But the last time I was actually in till Friday. So last time I was actually admitted till Friday, they said I had like 3 new lesions on my heart. From like little tiny little heart attacks. And then I'm in acute heart failure right now. Like it's active heart failure right now. So all of a sudden, like so I said on my vacation, if you're over here at my house at the dollhouse Bella's been on active vacation, binge watching Netflix and shit. I've just been like taking myself out of stressful situations. For some reason,
Netflix.
I can't do no arguing. I can't do nothing right now because it
No,
like
I'm
real
not
bad.
paying for it. Somebody else is paying for it. But anyway.
And so it's like
but just sit back, relax, and get you some
yeah, because I was
rest.
like, I gotta go because I started. I guess because I'm a woman, so all these symptoms that I was talking to the doctor, they manifest differently because I'm a woman. So I didn't realize that was what was happening. I just thought, oh man, the stress is too real right now. Let me just chill and go put some ice on my chest. It should calm down, right? But I guess these are actual like real life symptoms because women and men show signs differently.
Yeah.
And I push myself. My body is like a machine. It starts at a level of pain that nobody can really live through anyway, and it'll carry on because the threshold's so high. So I'm conditioned to be like to take the pain. However, when I start feeling like nauseated, like dizzy, lightheaded, things like that, and my hands are numb right now. Plus, if you guys notice, see how swollen I am. Like all this is like just all so swollen. I'm not like this big normally. I'm like super swollen for the last couple of months. And the doctor said I'm in acute active heart failure right now. So I didn't realize. It's not that I didn't realize. I just didn't. It's like, man, fuck. When is it not serious? You know what I mean? But apparently,
We'll see. What you got, Lady J, you still got youth on your side. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all know how much damn pain that I'm in? You know, being 60 plus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that's why it took me so long to get to even start the show. It right now the way I'm functioning, it took me like 30 minutes just to put 3 things on to put my clothes on. They're like 30 minutes. And then from here to the restroom, it's like a whole 6 minutes to get from here to there to go to the living room to talk shit to the thing to grab a thing of water. It was like I was taking.
You got to see medical, professionalism on that. I'm serious. That's nothing.
Yeah, I agree, Shabaka. That's why the appointment.
That's not nothing to play with. Okay,
it's not.
I said I gotta go. I gotta go, Felly. But I said that when I was doing my show that I didn't realize I've extended. I pushed myself a lot this last 2 years, like over pushed it, and I'm in the moment. I'm always in the moment, so I don't even feel it sometimes until it gets to the point where I start to feel nauseated or I feel like I'm gonna fall down or something like that. Like right now, I kind of feel dizzy, and
then you need to get on your back because another thing that I'm worried about with you, Lady J, is a possible stroke with that there, with your element as well too. Those are nasty. See, those are nasty.
Yes. Yeah, like I don't want that because I don't want to lose my brain function. The fact that I even the fact that they can even see, because when I can read the machines, I've been in and out the hospital my whole life. So the cardiac machine, because right now only one side is working, and so it's pumping only like at half capacity. So half the heart is working at half capacity, right? So not only is it got to put it's the lung is not functioning either on one side, right? So everything's just putting on all this water. I can't get the water off, right? Because it's not functioning inside, right? So all this swelling is from the heart. So all that coughing you hear in the back, I'm like, I'm like drowning in my water, right? So
okay, how are your kidneys?
Right now, when I took my test over there, because I'm spilling proteins in the urine, so for my kidneys are starting to, starting to fail. Like everything's shutting down. Because I was like, is this stress related? But like, I'm always making jokes about shit, but I was talking to the doctor, I was like, I'm stressed out a little bit. I said it's only because I feel right now what we're talking about, everybody should feel kind of you feel either three things. You feel empowered, angry, and impotent. Or not impotent, but like you can't do nothing about it. You can only do so much.
Oh, that's what they call complacent.
Yeah, so I have this feeling, and then I'm like, and then you got the basic, the shit that's going on around you physically. You know what I mean? This everybody has their own stressors, and certain things will, cause tension in your house. Like I got tension in the house with my actual family, like, you know what I mean, that aren't even here. I'm like, all right, well, fuck you. Get on. You know what I mean? I got tension that'll cause tension over here in this relationship, or it'll be like this dysfunction, and then I'm over here trying to get a new place to live, trying to get all this shit together, and we kind of got to generate some sort of motherfucking income. You can't live like this anymore because you just can't. It's tough being do square individual stuff, square business when you've been outside doing various shit your whole motherfucking life. So that being square individual is like, God, I ain't had no money in like 3 years because I've been a normal motherfucker. Now, like, I would like to have like $5-10 to myself, but I got who am I? I don't got nobody to really beg, borrow. I want to, and I can't hold a regular job in the condition I'm in right now. Like, so I'm thinking,
you can't. You need to go. You need to see what kind of health benefits that you could get. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is that when I could have been at the doctor sooner, but because of this motherfucking migration thing going on,
right?
They overflooded our clinic. But even like I said, even if you're on a housing voucher, it's like a glorified motherfucking tent. You really think about it. I'm supposed to have wraparound shit. I don't. I have to pay for. I have to find a way to pay for the electricity, which I sold my asset. I sold my asset to pay for my motherfucking electricity, right? Because I had to. I wouldn't have been able to. It's winter time right now. This is year. We're going a year. Like what? Three in this apartment?
Year.
No, 3.
Almost over. No, it's not
like 3. This will be the third winter, so it's 3. Third winter in this motherfucking apartment. It ain't got no heater.
Yes, it's 2021.
No heater.
That's inhumane, particularly you being in the snow. Now, out in Southern California, you can get by with no heater, just keep yourself dressed warm. But you're in the snow climate.
It's 88, so we know the weather. I'm laughing at the motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying.
Venezuelans that are outside shivering and shit because they didn't know what the fuck to do with themselves. Hey, well, you should have picked the cold state to fucking float on to.
Right.
You should have picked the cold state to float on.
What they do with Southern California and San Diego, Lady Shay, is that what they do is that the panhandlers, who decide to make their mind to come out west, right, like Boston, New York, what have you. So they're out panhandling and they saving their money for a one-way train ticket for Los Angeles, California. And as soon as they hit Union Station and grab their backpack, they can go stand right there next to the expressway or freeway or thoroughfare that you got right next to Union Station in LA. And guess what's right across the street when you cross the freeway from Union Station? The federal courthouse. And then guess what you got? Hold it. You ain't heard nothing yet. And guess what you got down the street 3 more blocks? The Los Angeles County, the Metropolitan Detention Center, the federal penitentiary for you.
This shit is fucking crazy. I mean, it's all designed. So everybody's homeless. Like I called it before. I said, like right there, I was like, everybody talking all this shit. Everybody about to be outside homeless. And now look, everybody outside. Right, everybody's outside and motherfucking panicking, and this right here is just a glorified motherfucking tent.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's cold as fuck up in my room right now. It took me like fucking 45 minutes. I'm over here looking for my motherfucking hoodie to wear because I felt like I wanted to wear my hoodie, and I can't find it. I'm like, Jesus Christ! I bet I left it at Jesse's. Right, I'm thinking that's the whole time. I'm thinking that to myself, looking for my motherfucking black hoodie. I got like fucking 8 hoodies I gotta put on. But I just wanted to wear this one, and I can't find it, right? So I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. It's cold. And if I didn't sell my asset, I couldn't pay my motherfucking electricity because they had me with a disconnect notice or whatever. And I was like, man, fuck that. I need something on because I got machines in the back.
Right.
Behind me.
You need power to keep
it require. Yeah, like right now when I get off this thing, I gotta go connect myself to the machine. Hey, you know? This is like a free moment for me to be sitting up here like this while I have a chance until I don't know what happened. I was over laughing, and all of a sudden my heart started hurting. I started feeling nauseated again. I was like, it's only 2:00 in the morning. So I'm feeling nauseated for. And other than the typical man, maybe Jesse don't put the great seed of motherfucking greatness up in there. And I was like, nah, man, my luck. It's what the doctor said. You know what I mean? Doctor said I'm in acute failure right now. And to go chill the fuck out somewhere. Jesse's like, you just want to watch fucking Black Lightning and fucking Netflix all day. And I'm like, yeah, it sounds kind of relaxing a little bit. Just because I get to lay down, I'm chilling out, trying to heal. Something I didn't even realize was going. I only less than 2 months ago, right? Where I was admitted for like 7 motherfucking days. 8 days. My brother was like, "You back at the?" He said, "The hospital I was at, they damn near let me lay there." He said I was living there for like a couple of months in the hospital. He's like, they finally let you out. I was like, yeah, man. They didn't want to let me out. I had to make them let me out.
Well, you talking about Rose, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, man. So less than 2 months, I had like 3 miniature little heart attacks because it showed up on my EKG on Friday. I take them regularly, so you know what I mean. I was just in the hospital like less than 2 months ago for like 7 motherfucking days.
Well, it's probably been 3 months now. It was in the end of the summer.
Either way, okay, 3 months. God damn, man, that's no time at all. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, I gotta go. Like in my mind, I was like, I gotta tap out real quick.
Yeah.
And catch up tomorrow anyway, because that's when I get to do the last piece, Unhoused Neighbors. But I just want to let the family know because I did on Front Line on the Revolutionary Agenda.
You did a thorough analysis of the unhoused neighbor crisis here in Denver and Aurora.
Yeah. Too, real quick, family, before I go. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day we can run this maybe Front Line Blacc news in conjunction with,
Your neighbors is making all this goddamn noise at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. I'm the one that got hit with the notice, though. You see that?
Yeah.
That's that motherfucking, migrant fucking privilege right there.
Yeah.
Migrant and white boy privilege. There's double whites and migrants.
None but migrants now.
Migrants and whites.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you motherfuckers, I got hit with the motherfucking warning. A whole motherfucking warning. Right here. All that. A warning. And I'm like, noise ordinance, right? Vehicles, grills, trash, bikes. I was like, I don't have none of this shit.
Yeah, that's the people around you.
I don't have a vehicle that I'm working on. Okay, I don't have a grill outside. I don't leave my trash outside my door. First of all, Jesse's been over here for like to look after the doll for what, like a couple weeks now, right? Right. So as like he take out the trash because this is man duties, man. Just man duties. Man duties just take out the trash. That's all you gotta do, man. Take out the trash. Pest control, you motherfuckers didn't even show up when I put the order in. You said you fixed the garbage disposal, but you didn't do that either. Well, come on now, man, stop the fucking cap. But I get hit with the motherfucking notice. This is bullshit. You know what I mean? But I'm an asshole when I call and I'll be like, look here, bitch. Look here, bitch. Nah. And that's why you got that $600 motherfucking dollar credit. They're like, they want to tell me, they hit me with a notice like the other day too, talking about, we need to know if you collect assistance. You old dumbass. There's a voucher that pays for that.
Right.
Pays for this apartment. That's a form of assistance, you stupid fuck.
Right. Right.
Like, why I gotta answer that? Just why don't you go just look at who pays your fucking rent?
Right.
It's a Department of Housing, you dumbass.
Right.
That's a voucher. That's assistance, you stupid face. There must be white people running this shit. Use your brain. The logical side. Why I gotta answer your fucking invasive ass motherfucking question? You ain't my motherfucking mama. I don't owe you nothing. And you ain't my fucking Lord. Okay? I don't praise you, God. What the fuck? I don't owe you no motherfucking answers. And I kind of think that's discriminative. Like, why the fuck you need to know 3 years later? Should have asked me when they filled out the motherfucking application and you took the first motherfucking check for fucking $1,500 on this dive ass motherfucking apartment in this shitty ass motherfucking neighborhood, right? Where the T's just knock on my motherfucking door randomly just because. Right, trying to just come up in, and I gotta slam the door and talk about they profiling and shit. And they just look at me, profiling you for what? Because you know what the fuck you doing? Slam the fucking door. Don't knock on my shit. Get off my motherfucking porch.
Right.
Like, well, who the fuck is you? Why are you knocking on this door? I got shit to say. You're disturbing my motherfucking Zoom meetings and shit. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and no. No. You know, that shit right there made my heart hurt. I gotta deal with every day. Yeah. But anyway, family, we're gonna do this. We're gonna run this ballot because we got elections coming up in Aurora and Denver for stupid shit right now.
Yeah.
And
full board.
yeah, and especially in Aurora, which I kind of was feeling salty about it. I was feeling some kind of way.
Full board and Aurora City Council and the mayor.
Yeah, they're running the city council races and shit, and I'm feeling like I'm still kind of bitter, petty about the city council thing, but we're gonna do it for the people and tell you what to vote for, or not what to vote for, but guide you to the waters of the right. Even though they're gonna make their own motherfucking mind up and they already picked their selection, because trust and believe, if they can tell this motherfucker, no, you can't run for office, and they ain't even count the signatures for anybody else's ballot, then what the fuck you mean? Like, it's clearly a fucking selective fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
It's clearly like, hell no, we don't want you up there. You're gonna fight racial white supremacy. We gotta continue to kill black people in Aurora.
Yep, just like they did with me in Denver. Oh no, you can't get on the ballot. No.
Yeah, stop calling motherfuckers supremacists, white supremacists, and fucking racists and shit. Even though we know goddamn well the motherfucking mayor currently is a motherfucking racist and white white supremacist. Fucking placating fucking actor Boy Scout fucking trying to fucking infiltrate the homeless and shit, only to talk shit with a fucking camera and your little Boy Scout backpack and you got bread and shit trying to act homeless. Homeless Mike. Shut the fuck up, cuz. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't act like we don't forget. I didn't forget the motherfucking racist. I sure didn't forget that the motherfucking T's here be killing motherfuckers and abusing motherfucking black people. I seen it myself.
Trust got away with killing Jordan Richardson.
Yeah, they were like, oh, don't you think you gonna run for office? Say, little girl, we arrested in Aurora trying to run for political office in Aurora. Stop it. No, her black ass ain't getting nowhere. Basically, that's how they did you, girl. So yeah, yeah. So I gotta go, family. I'll see you probably tomorrow when we run this part 2 anyway, and obviously. Gotta go. Shabaka gonna continue to terrorize Jesse in the game tomorrow.
Of course, the game is today now, but yeah, we're playing
home game though, right?
Yes, we're playing the Chiefs at home. Yes.
Oh yeah, they ain't ready for this. They're coming over here and it's snowing and shit. They're gonna be freezing. They can't breathe in the Mile High City.
Yeah, they're gonna be out. All that. Gonna get stomped out. The Broncos gonna stomp them out, and I'm gonna be rubbing in all their fans' faces. And to hell with Taylor Swift. I'm so sick of hearing about that broad. I don't care if she a billionaire or not, or she dating Travis Kelce. I'm so sick of that broad.
I mean, yeah, her and her Swifties.
Ain't no Swifties over here.
Hell nah. That bitch get no play over here. Taylor Swift who?
Right, exactly. But
that old pink face ass fucking white motherfucking bitch with the motherfucking red lips and shit. Now come on now, those man old trashy ass bitch that had how many motherfucking boyfriends in the last 3 motherfucking years? Stop it. Like, nah, just keep your ass over wherever the fuck. Don't bring your mama either. regular pop up here either. You know what I mean?
They're gonna be sitting up in the club level. They're gonna keep flashing the camera to them. Oh my god. But yeah, thank you, Lady Che. Take care of your health seriously, and we're gonna get you the medical attention that's much needed this week.
Yeah, for sure.
So keep Lady Che in your thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. I'll see you when you get out of the living room, cuz.
That's off the air.
Bye, Shabaka. I'll see you later. All right. Let me get out of here. Let me go over here.
I think Shabaka
Did Shabaka fall asleep?
Shabaka.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, he sure did. You might as well end it now. It's been 3 hours.
Yeah. Sandman starting to put some work in on my ass.
We're just now getting to the main shooter.
Just pause it right there, man, and pick up where you left off tomorrow. Don't you just pause it right there and end it?
Yeah, the main shooter, because I want to talk about that no good scumbag motherfucker.
Right.
You know, you probably been a damn CIA.
What time the games start anyway?
I think it's an afternoon or evening.
Okay, tomorrow.
It's already Sunday.
Or what time start today? Junior.
Okay, today. Okay, Junior. The games, come on at 9 o'clock. Wait a minute.
I think it's a late afternoon.
Yeah, the 1 o'clock game. I think the Pony Express is playing.
It is not the 1 o'clock. It is the Broncos. Goddamn, Shabaka quit. I'm not calling the Raiders the Traitors or the Gators yet.
Man,
that's Cap. That's Cap. I heard you earlier.
But there's a name. See, now to all respect, there's a name I don't call the Denver Broncos. That's what
Lord, don't do it, Shabaka.
No, I'm not gonna call them that. I'm not gonna call them that. With them being in last place in the AFC West.
Yeah, we still have the opportunity to knock y'all out of playoff contention. And I look forward to that.
That's the last game. Now that is the last game. If both teams make it to get into wild card standings, you see. And as quiet as it can, we need Kansas City to lose all of their games they got coming up.
Yeah, and we're going to start today. They can start with today.
Well, the Raiders, we playing the Pussycats out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's 2:25. It's not the 11 o'clock game. It's not the 1 o'clock game. It's the 2:25 game.
Okay, so y'all are playing at home. So the Raiders is playing away. So let me see, Detroit. Detroit is 3 hours time difference. They're in Eastern time zone. That's where Sister Padilla is. And act there, wait a minute. Okay. So if anything,
we're 6-2, and we're gonna get 3 and 5.
Other words, as long as we beat them house cats tomorrow. Yeah, we play house cats tomorrow.
Y'all just got a chance against the Lions. The Lions got such a high-powered offense. Y'all ain't gonna be able to keep up.
Well, hopefully, the coaching staff got.
Where's the mustard seed of hope, man?
What is the most points you Pirates have scored all season?
It's been very poor. I don't think we scored more than 35 points in one game.
Oh, you're gonna lose.
Jesus Christ!
The Lions.
Where is the mustard seed of faith? Okay.
Well, I'm going with the Pirates. Hopefully, they shut them kitty cats down. You see what I'm saying?
I just made another brick shot.
The Lions have scored 42, 34, and 31 points.
Damn.
In their last 6 games.
Yeah, I don't even think the Lions ever been to the Super Bowl.
In the 80s, Shabaka, that's the last time the Lions did anything.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, the Lions, they had Barry Sanders, right?
Yeah, he played for them before he went to the Cowgirls.
Yeah. Okay, bringing back memories. Yeah.
It's a sad
Okay, because Barry Sanders, he was an exceptional player, but the team that he was on, it was beside except for him. The Lions has always been, and hopefully they will continue that tradition of being a bunch of scrubs. You see what I'm saying?
This year, Shabaka, they were what, 6-1, 5-2.
Yeah, no, man, they up there in the lead, man. Them in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so that's the NFC East, the NFC Central, and then you got Boys Town out there in the NFC West. And that really bothers me, that Boys Town, man. You know what I'm saying? They still undefeated this season, huh?
No, they're not undefeated. They're 5-2. The Lions Super Bowl. The Detroit Lions have a playoff record of 7 wins, 13 losses, and they have won 4 NFL championships.
Okay, but they never made it to the Super Bowl.
No.
The whole time that whole franchise been in existence, which is damn near 80 years, they never made it to the Super Bowl. Because your original teams in the NFL in the 1920s was the New York Giants, Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, I think the Green Bay Packers, and the Los Angeles Rams, and the San Francisco 49ers.
12 teams. There's 12 teams that have never won the Super Bowl. The Cardinals, the Falcons, the Bills, the Panthers, the Bengals, the Browns, the Lions, the Jaguars.
Okay. Now let me tell you something. About the Bills. Okay, the Bills went to the Super Bowl 3 fucking times in a row.
I'll talk to you later, Shabaka. Bye. I'll talk to you later, Jesse. Bye, Shabaka. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Peace.
All right. Always. Okay, Brother Chase, so you're gonna shut us down for the night.
I was gonna get to the main shooter, god dang it.
That fool. What's up with that trick? Yeah.
So he ended up killing himself, Shabaka.
He should have did that first. I mean, he still would have got his jollies, you know. He would have killed somebody, which he would.
I'm gonna let Professor Black Truth break it down for us.
Yeah. What's up with the professor? Yeah.
So this is when he was still on the run.
Okay.
Professor Black did a whole piece on him, about 10 minutes.
All right, let's check out the professor.
Shout out to Professor Black Truth. If you haven't liked to subscribe to Professor Black Truth, what are you doing with yourself? You got to. I've been listening to Professor Black Truth for the past 10 years.
Yeah, he's been around, yeah.
Oh, that's Tariq right there.
Well, we got to hear the professor.
It's in the wrong video.
So that's the algorithms fucking with you.
No, it's the computer fucking with me. Okay, here we go. There's nothing I want to play. What the hell? I apologize, Black family. We're back to having technical difficulties. The next video.
No, we got to hear from the professor.
Here we go.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the moment of truth.
Yes,
and now the crime report. Yes, it has happened again. This time in Maine. Don't look now, but the folks Fox News calls the most law-abiding demographic in America has carried out another mass killing. Not just a mass shooting, but a mass killing. And for the new folks here, what's the difference? Well, if this was in, say, Chicago, the headline would be 5 shot, 1 kill. That's a mass shooting, but it's not a mass killing. Now, if you look at Sandy Hook, Buffalo, Charleston, Jacksonville, and now Maine, you have mass killings. You had a lot of people shot and at least 18 of them dead. That's not just a mass shooting, that's a mass killing. The white media constantly tries to conflate so that they can make false comparisons, but the black media ain't having it. Though there's also another part of these mass killings that the white media tries to wallpaper over, and that's the cause of it. What could be causing all of these mass bloodlettings? Well, I'm sure that critical race theory had something to do with it, or affirmative action. Oh, wait, the Supreme Court struck that down, didn't they? Oh, well, I'm sure black people are to blame somehow. Now, this latest suburban psycho is named Robert Card, and he killed something like almost 20 people. The guy went to at least 2 locations to carry out his rampage, so he was on a genuine murder spree. I gotta wonder, though, if the police catch him, are they gonna take him to Burger King or Red Lobster? Now, of course, the white media is doing what they always do with certain killers of a certain persuasion. They're talking about how this guy went to West Point and how he was so respected by his neighbors. They never felt intimidated by him, you know, the usual, just like they do all these mass killers, so long as they're not black. They turn these mass murderers into some kind of perverted human interest story. Oh, this is all just one big misunderstanding. Yeah, a big misunderstanding that keeps happening over and over and over again. And another train that's never late is the mental health train. White media is saying that this guy's been reported as having heard voices in the past. He said that he was spending time thinking about doing a mass shooting at the military base he worked at. They had this guy see a shrink, and 2 weeks later, they put him back on the streets. But nothing was done about him, because for people with genetic immunity from law, nothing ever is. His sister says that he began to become convinced that everybody was against him. Gee, I wonder where he got the idea like that from. Fox News, perhaps? It got so bad, his sister and their family reached out to the police and the army base that he was stationed at because they were worried he might do something since he does gun training. And this was well before this incident occurred. How was this guy allowed to be getting guns after he was forced to get mental help? Right. With the authorities and the police and the military having been told about it, why was this guy still running around? It's just like with Ethan Crumbley, you know, the little punk who shot up his high school in Michigan. He was caught researching bullets on his cell phone in the middle of class. That was grounds to prove him, but of course nothing was done. And then he was in class drawing pictures of guns and blood, and he even wrote a message that said, "The thoughts won't stop. Help me." Apparently that wasn't enough for the authorities at his high school, because instead of throwing him out of class, instead his parents were allowed to insist that he go back to class, and moments later he was shooting at people with a gun that his parents gave him. The problem isn't that the authorities don't know about these killers in advance, nor is it that no one ever gave them a heads up. Time and time again, we see that the authorities have been warned and had more than enough time to stop these killers, but they refuse to act. On the other hand, a black person who's accused of anything, or if they have any sort of sick idea that black people are up to something, they'll have law enforcement all over us. Schools or businesses would expel or fine a black person for things that other people are allowed to do routinely. Do not let them tell you that they're helpless to stop these massacres. The problem that they have is they can't stop these mass murderers and maintain white privilege. That's the dilemma they face. That's what's stopping them from doing something about these reprobates.
That's right.
Besides, if you're trying to make sure that the irregular forces of white supremacy, i.e. the so-called well-regulated militia, is armed to the teeth, well, you can't do that and stop them from carrying out killings. You gotta break a few eggs to make that omelet, don't you know? This is the problem with a racist country that uses the police and the courts to selectively target black people and to arrest or kill black citizens merely for walking down the street like Elijah McClain. Meanwhile, ignoring other people who everybody says are going to go on a rampage. In the sick minds of these white supremacists, this is how they create a two-tiered society. This is how you institute a system of white skin privileges. You ignore the criminality of those with the right skin color, and you target black people nonstop. This is how racist systems make it where there's benefits to having the right skin color and penalties for not. This is how they take their fiction and turn it into somebody else's fact. People with the right color can move freely, and the laws don't seem to apply to them very harshly at all. Their rights aren't violated, even when they're engaged in rampant criminality. That's one of the main drivers behind these slaughters. The society has conditioned certain people to believe that the law has a hands-off policy where they're concerned, because it does. So they grow up seeing other people routinely harassed, arrested, or killed for things that they themselves can do without getting so much as a by your leave. When people are immune from the law, that eventually turns into the idea that they are immune from all laws. And when you have this entitled mindset with a society that bends over backwards to avoid doing anything to impose on their freedom, then you have a perpetual machine that churns out massacres. Time and time again, white society has had to choose between their lives and their power. And they've always chosen their power. To them, that's just the cost of doing the dirty business of maintaining white supremacy. As of this recording, Card is still on the loose. Police found a note at his home, but they won't release what it said. You know, that reminds me of the white supremacist who Ron DeSantis inspired to carry out a racist massacre in Florida a couple of months ago. Police didn't release his mass murder note either. How long will Card remain on the loose before he's caught or killed? Well, if past incidents of murderous fugitives on the run are any indication, he'll probably be out there for about 48 to 72 hours with the massive resources that are against him. But regardless, one thing's for certain. He will definitely not be the last mass murderer of this year, probably not even this month. The United States is not trying to stop these mass killers, it's creating them. There was also another mass shooter who was on the run too. This one, a white female, Kiana Rosenberg. She's a 17-year-old who carried out a mass shooting outside of a bar in Denver last month. This was a child who decided to shoot 5 people because security at the bar wouldn't let her in since they suspected she was using someone else's ID. That was her justification for carrying out a mass shooting. This is weapons-grade entitlement that some people have been conditioned to have in this society. She was underage, trying to get into a bar illegally. And just out of curiosity, what is it about Becky's that they think that they'll die if they don't get into a bar as soon as possible? I mean, the moment that they think that they look just old enough to sneak their way in, they'll break the law, have somebody to make fake IDs, and for what? This is some sort of obsession for them, an uncontrollable compulsion. But we all know why that is, because certain of these little girls, they want to get close to the guys with more money than their high school pals. This is certainly the way to do it, go into a bar. They know because of their age, a lot of these dudes at these bars will know that they're too young to be messing with them, but they'll do it anyway. It's all part of the game. Well, this would-be mass killer was arrested a few days ago in California. She had been on the run for a month. A 17-year-old psycho piece of trash. You know she wasn't able to remain on the loose for so long without some help. She's a child after all. Whomever was helping her stay on the lam needs to be in chains too, but of course they only do all in when it comes to black people. So these two cases illustrate that there's a policy at work here. This country doesn't have a gun control problem, it has an impulse control problem. And the people whose impulses need to be reined in never are. We have the white media doing the usual gaslighting of the public, trying to make us think that everybody's to blame when that's not true. The bodies are piling up, and while people will continue to mourn, the sad truth is this is being allowed to happen. It's an evil that dare not say its own name. So long as this country continues to coddle the killers, to ignore the warnings, and treat the murderers with sympathy instead of the contempt they deserve, then there will always be a socially permissive environment for these slaughters. And just on the off chance that you're hoping that maybe if someone important gets killed or shot, maybe then that'll cause something to happen. What if it was some member of Congress or a senator who got shot? Then they'd be doing something. Well, you'd be a little bit late on that one. Remember, Democratic Congresswoman Gabby Gifford was shot and nearly died back in 2012. And Republican Congressman and David Duke fan Steve Scalise was also shot by a would-be assassin. And nothing changed at the federal level. So there's already been a number of important people who have been the victims of gun violence in this country, and nothing was done about it. So protecting these murderous gunmen is a bipartisan issue. There's a principle at stake here, one that clearly means more to them than their own lives. And I think as black people, we can guess what that principle is. So, as usual, we'll now go back to counting the days before the next inevitable massacre. This is the cost of maintaining racial privilege, a cost that this country has chosen to pay. And the payments are made in blood.
That's right.
And that's this week's Friday Crime Report. Keep your eyes open and stay on alert, because there's a lot worse criminals out there than the ones the white corporate media chooses to show you. Good day, and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors. Miss Debbie, Kevin Riley, Larry Amayo, Roxanne Allen, and Richard Foster. Salute to them, and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
So, the update on this bastard is this.
Breaking news, the manhunt in Maine is over. About 48 hours after a gunman killed 18 people, police say they have now found him dead. Good evening, I'm Maurice Dubois. Christine is off. A news conference ended just a few minutes ago. Police saying Robert Card was found dead in Lisbon, Maine, less than 10 miles from Lewiston, where the attacks unfolded. He died from an apparent suicide. We have team coverage for you tonight. CBS 2's Alicia Reed here now with what we're learning about the victims. We'll begin with Laura Hafley, live in Lewiston, with the breaking details. Laura.
Shabaka.
Robert Card, accused of killing 18 people in the town of Lewiston, Maine, is dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. His body was found here in Lisbon, only about a mile from the Androscoggin River's boat launch where his car was found, and less than 20 minutes away from the town he tortured.
I'm breathing a sigh of relief tonight, knowing that Robert Card is no longer a threat to anyone.
After a more than 2-day manhunt, authorities found the body of mass shooting suspect Robert Card.
At 7:45 this evening is when Mr. Card was located. I won't give you an exact address. It was near the river along Androscoggin in the Lisbon Falls.
The Army reservist accused of opening fire at a bowling alley and a bar on Wednesday.
I also know that his death may not bring solace to many. But now is the time to heal.
Ronald G. Morin, 55.
Earlier, the names of all 18 people killed in the mass shooting in Lewiston, Maine were read aloud, followed by a moment of silence for the victims. On Friday, law enforcement officials intensified the urgent search for Card, scouring miles of woods and sending dive teams with sonar to the bottom of a river. There will be questions in the coming days about Robert Card's timeline, his motive, and how he was able to access firearms. But for now, the town of Lewiston and the neighboring towns can breathe a sigh of relief knowing they can finally mourn in peace. We are expecting another update tomorrow morning. In Lisbon, Laura Hafley, CBS News.
Laura, thank you.
Shabaka. And Mr. Salmon, and that's a Shabaka, y'all. We're going to get the Black Chat up. Good night. Thank you for tapping in, Shabaka. All right. So yeah, they finally found this bastard, and they cuff and please told him, "Oh, we don't know why he did what he did." This bastard had a manifesto, just like Peyton Gendron in Buffalo, and they ain't trying to disclose that from 4chan and Stormfront, the Daily Stormer, and whatever other white supremacist platforms. These supposed lone wolves, and they're not lone wolves. This is definitely a coordinated effort with law enforcement and all of the above when they pull out these massacres. So he's just another in a long slew of others. And they're gonna say that he was mentally ill and all this shit, and try to make us feel sorry for him. No. He knew exactly what he was doing. His intent was probably to kill black people, more than likely. And when he couldn't find any, he decided to kill his own people. They haven't released what the names of the victims or pictures of the victims or any of that information yet. But once they do, we will let y'all know here on Front Line Blacc News from my campaign and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhancing the Revolutionary Agenda. So stay tuned for that. Now, I'm going to end the episode now. So this is part 1. So we'll be back tomorrow with part 2. And that's going to be the Shaft Actor Richard Roundtree passes away at age 81. R.I.P. to him. He died of pancreatic cancer. Ozone, or Othral Wallace, his government, sentenced to 30 years in prison for defending himself against rogue cops that tried to kill him, and he shot and killed them. So keep the power tools, Black family. And then we got comedian Dave Chappelle booed off stage in Boston, Massachusetts for pro-Palestinian jokes against Israeli illegal occupation. Minister Louis Farrakhan releases video about $4.8 billion lawsuit. Unhoused neighbor news, Montgomery Riverfront Brawl Sentences for the privilege. So the white people, crackers that were involved in the Alabama brawl on August 5th, 2023, are getting slaps on the wrist. No word on what happened with Uncle Reggie, but we're going to keep y'all updated on that as well. So make sure y'all like and subscribe to our platforms, Front Line Blacc News on YouTube and Facebook, The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter, now X. So stay black, stay dangerous, stay empowered. This was season 3, episode Trey O, part 1 of the Front Line Blacc News. And we'll be back later on today with part 2. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. And we're going to bid y'all a good night from the Mile High Snowy City. Peace, love, light, reparations, and separations, and Black empowerment. We'll see y'all on part 2. Peace.